What is going on, everyone? Friday night. Welcome to the 3X Sports Jedi Network. Return of the Knicks. Watch along and live play-by-play. I am Sports Jedi Kev. What is going on Friday night? I hope you guys have a wonderful Friday evening. The end of the work week for most of us. And New York Knicks basketball. They're in Toronto tonight. We are the North, taking on the New York Knicks. A lot to talk about here. A big critical game here. The Raptors trail us by one game in the standings, and we want to see what kind of effort this New York Knicks team comes out here tonight. What they give us. We will get into the starting lineups, but I wanted to salute everyone in the chat, A and B. Salute to Jeffrey Hernandez. Salute to everyone, Maria, that's going to be in the building soon. So to everybody watching us and those that are coming aboard. Can the Knicks rebound from that 102-122 drubbing in the hands of the Indiana Pacers? We got to see. Absolutely, guys. I appreciate you guys being here. Let's go right away. Injuries report. Toronto Raptors, Precious Achiuwa out. Ken Birch out. Gorgon Dragic out. Obi Anunoby out. Remember, OG had a phenomenal game against the New York Knicks. And last time they played, phenomenal game. He won't be there. I got the starting lineups for the Toronto Raptors. I almost called them Blue Jays. I stopped myself there. And here's the starting lineup. You got VanVleet, Gary Trent Jr., Scotty Barnes, Chris Boucher, and Pascal Siakam, the man in the middle for the home Toronto Raptors. Knicks got to take advantage here. Raptors are not a good defensive team, and they've been struggling on the defensive end. Look for Evan Fournier to have a big bounce back night. We'll go with the New York Knicks starting lineup. It's the same starting lineup we saw against the San Antonio Spurs with Burks, Fournier, RJ, Julius, and Nolan's Noel back in the starting lineup. So we'll definitely see him. Good to see him back there. He makes an impact on the floor no matter what we say. We need him on the floor. So it's good to see him back up there for the New York Knicks. And of course, for those that are playing with the FanDuel app or your betting app, MGM app, of course, the Knicks are on the underdog, 1.5 points spread. Toronto's favorite. The money line is plus 105, minus 125. The over/under 207.50. So that's your tip there. So remember, bet smart, bet with your head, not over your head, and hopefully, you guys, make some money on a Friday night. And as we get ready to go, the Knicks versus the Raptors. I can't wait to call this watch along. So salute to everyone. Salute to everyone in the chat. Those are coming in a little bit later. Gideon. Always wraps up the program. Chef Dan out and about working, making his money, and hopefully on his way back on the train ride. I know he always listens in, so we'll salute Chef Dan. Phenomenal job on the guys yesterday doing the MMA programming, breaking down UFC 269 yesterday. Awesome program. Phenomenal. You guys, I can't stop saying how good you guys were. So salute to you guys. That's part of the Sports Jedi Network family. They do the MMA weekly here. And they broke down those fights and answered questions that needed to be answered and asked questions that needed to be asked. So salute to them on the MMA program. I'm very proud for them doing their job on the MMA program. Watch along, and I can't wait for G Money's Hoop Show podcast that he'll be recording sometime tomorrow, and we'll see when we'll keep that notification bell so when we make it available, you guys can listen to. He's going to talk about the whole NBA and G Money, the way G Money does it with takes, with analytics numbers, with fun facts, and G Money breaks it down. So I'm also proud of him being part of the network, and also the Michigan talk. We know the Heisman Trophy winner. I know I'm going a little bit off topic. I know you guys here for the basketball. Just wanted to give you a little bit of insights on the NBA. On the Jedi Network. Salute to GM Knicks 100 GM in the building, man. That's how you doing. And this is the wrong team for us, fellas. The Raptors. You think the Raptors are a wrong team for us to play? We'll see. We'll see. We'll see definitely on that. Knicks 100. We shall see if they bounce back. I know this is a gritty team that's hungry, that's chasing us. So I can see where your point is there. So salute. So I want to salute to Kathy James. Salute to Kathy James watching us on the Facebook app. So salute to you. I appreciate you listening. Thank you. Appreciate your time. And welcome to the Jedi family. We do the watch along. If those for folks that can't watch the game or just want to talk and write in the chat and participate, we are an audience participation program. So we encourage you to participate in the chat. what you see on the floor, what you don't like with the Knicks. What's going on, Mr. Lin? How you doing? Hi, how are you? Salute to you, Mr. Lin in the building. Everyone, welcome Mr. Lin to the building, and welcome to the Jedi Network. And hopefully, and subscribe if you're not subscribed, and join. And welcome to the Jedi family. Let's see if the Knicks or Raptors fans. It doesn't matter. Or NBA fan. We encourage everyone. We encourage everyone to participate in the chat and talk about your team. If you're not a Knicks fan, who's your team? Happy holidays to you as well, my friend. Many, many blessings to you. Happy holidays and welcome aboard. And let's talk about this game tonight. Or around before we even start, we got about roughly 5 minutes before we start. We could do a little bit around the league as well. A lot of trade speculations, not just Knicks front. There's a lot of trade speculations. December 15th, could there be movements? Could there not be movements? It'll be an interesting time in the NBA to see what's going on. Last time I came, we lost to the Cavs by 12. Yes, I remember now. Yes. And boy, that was yes. Johnson Selden, salute Johnson from the Trinidad Tobago. Salute, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Why did the Knicks go bad? Right now, I think, Mr. Lin, I think it's because it's maybe not working the pieces yet, or just people are still finding themselves from year to year. Different rules change. And there's no excuse. Basketball, you've been playing basketball for the longest, and it should be second muscle memory. But maybe the changing of the basketball, they changed from a Spalding to Wilson. I'm not blaming, no making excuses. You still got to execute, but you also doesn't excuse them from playing on defense, effort. And defenses with effort and determination and fighting over screens and getting back and hustle and maybe that's where it is, Mr. Lin. They're not hustling. They're not rotating correctly, communicating on defense, and maybe because they're lost a step on defense or it's a year later. I wish I had the answers to that to fix it. So let's go Knicks and Jeffrey says Raptors about to get that big L. Absolutely. So, Mr. Johnson, Selden, I hope you're doing well in Trinidad and Tobago. Welcome back. I appreciate you returning and appreciate seeing you tonight and joining tonight's game with me on a Friday night. Knicks, they're in Toronto. So, wow, it hasn't been almost, 2 years they haven't been in Toronto. Everyone knows Toronto has not been kind to the Knicks in recent history. So, I do the watch along every Knicks try to. Oh, and matter of fact, thanks for reminding me. I have to bring on the scoreboard. Appreciate that. So let's bring that scoreboard here, and hopefully everything's up to par here. We'll get that so you guys can see the scoreboard. I'm not allowed to show the live video or the audio because they'll shut the stream off. So I have to do the audio myself, play by play, like announce it, and you got the scoreboard there. And what we do is most of the folks they do is they mute it and they'll just talk and we'll chat, or they'll listen at home and they'll just chat into and write what they see, what they don't see, what they don't like, if they see something that we don't see, and we'll talk about it. We'll have that like a round table watch along interaction on the channel. So let's see, man. I right now they're showing the wonderful highlight of Obi Toppin's dunk. For those that follow me on the social media platforms, I have that dunk all over social media, not just the video, but also a thumbnail, and also I posted it out. Phenomenal dunk. Everyone knows me. I am a huge Obi Toppin fan. Obi-Wan, due to that Star Wars reference, Jedi, Obi-Wan Toppin, one of my favorite players. Gravitate to Obi Toppin, so he's one of my favorite players besides Quickly, Derrick Rose. I'm gonna be totally transparent. I am a New York Knicks homer, but I try to be as possible, objective as possible, without showing too much of my fandom. But this is a Knicks-centric, but we welcome everyone that's non-Knicks fans, and Raptors fan, anyone here. It's a safe place when we want to have a conversation about basketball, what you're seeing on the floor. We agree to disagree at times as long as we're respectful. This is what we do here. IQ, I know it'll be amazing. Yes, they are amazing. I like the way, and you know what? I like, Mr. Lin, that they're growing together as a team. They're building that chemistry together. They're growing together, and I'm thinking whenever one is ready to go into the starting lineup, you have to bring them together. They need to be attached at the hip because that's how they're going to grow, and if you want to build a winning program the way the Golden State Warriors did it, and that's the model you have to grow with it. You have to let those two grow and grow with your kids together and bring them as they went along. So I love it. Sucks that Obi gets 15 minutes of games. Mr. Lin, I am correct with you on that. I'm with you on that. In fact, let me highlight all this. And yep, and IQ Tibbs starting to make questionable decisions. It's more questionable decisions because the results are not in. Because there were some questionable decisions last year, but we didn't really question it too much due to the fact that they were winning, and this year they had the winning. Remember, winning is the best deodorant that masks any stench. And right now they're not winning, and it's kind of stink a little. And you might be right with some of the decisions, like the fifth, Obi Toppin on a back-to-back night when they played last game. He should have played close to 24 minutes. No. He's been showing that he's been progressing, and that's a game that you had to play him close to 25 minutes out there. Young, fresh legs, especially the night before, he only played, I think, 12 minutes. So I understand your point. I understand your frustration with Tom Thibodeau. Thank you, Knicks 100 GA. So we appreciate that. Hit those likes. I definitely appreciate it. And thank you guys for once again getting me to the 2K subscriber mark. We are on our quest for 3,000 subscribers. So I appreciate those that are. Thank you for everyone that's on board, that supported, and continue to help me grow the network. Not just myself. I'm not the only one on the network. I have others on there that help me give good content. Like I said, Chef Dan, Austin, Gideon, and myself, and I appreciate it, Derek Wilder. So we appreciate everyone there, part of the network. And it goes, he says, why are the NBA games late 12 minutes to game? We could talk that, and we could have that discussion at the post or right around half, because right now we're going to tip off Mr. Lin. So let's enjoy this game, and here we go. And Toronto wins the tip. So I'm going to be about 35 to 45 seconds behind, as you can see on the bottom there, or maybe close to, around there, because I'm streaming it. So Barnes, VanVleet, back to Barnes. Barnes, what a rookie season he's having here. And here's an open, here's a drive. Here's a drive up Siakam, blocked by Noel. Noel already making an impact. Here's Julius, back to RJ. Look for RJ to have a big game tonight. RJ holds his dribble. They're feasting RJ here. He's backing up VanVleet. RJ in the paint, shoots. It's good. RJ Barrett with the first bucket. So Knicks lead 2-0 here. As Toronto brings the ball here. VanVleet. Trent Jr. Can't let Trent Jr. get some wide open shots. He could be a problem. Kick ball. Noel. Noel already being an impactful player on the defense. Had a swat. He's moving his feet, knocking the ball. The Toronto's retained with 11:09. They get a new shot clock here. And they inbound the ball here. Oh, my stream just went out. Noel making an impact on the game. Here's a bounce pass to Fleet. 10 on the shot clock. Passes. There's an open three and missed. Oh, he hits it. No, he hit it. Called it too premature. That's the backup setback power forward there. Boucher hits the three. Knicks trail 3-2. Here's Fournier. Fournier needs to get going tonight. Fournier had a terrible game. He needs to get going. Look for him to have a nice offensive shooting night. Here's RJ. RJ off the curl. Long range jumper. Misses. Rebound Toronto. Toronto comes up. Here's the drive. Stops. Good there. Here's Noel. Noel getting some good defense, but good offense there by Brochere. Brochere with 5 points here. All the scoring done by Brochere here. 5-2 here. So he had a 3. Now he had a good in the paint. Oh, here's a good defense by Trent. Trent with a steal. Trent back with Alec Burks. Comes up with it. So he comes up with a steal. Back to back. Here comes Fournier to Randle. Randle thought of the 3. Randle passes to Fournier. Fournier thought about the 3. He steps over to the side. He's going to fire the 3. It's good. 3-pointer. Evan Fournier. The game is tied at 5-5. With 9:50 in the first. Here's VanVleet. Going to shoot up a 3. And it's good. So VanVleet off the curl hits a 3. So 8-5 here. Randle. Back to Burks. So Alec. Playing the point guard. Mixed reviews here. Not bad. He hasn't done a bad job here. We'd like to get him to set up his players more. But we know he's not a natural point guard. He hasn't played since Utah days, and that's what will cost him 6 years, maybe, or more, as Burks. He has to be on the shot clock. He's going to have to put this up. He spins in the paint. He puts the floater, misses, rebound Toronto. So Toronto, what D had played good D there in that position. Here's VanVleet. And the D is lacking. Yes, indeed, Mr. Lin. Absolutely. Here's a bounce pass in to Barnes. Barnes posting. Barnes spinning. And he hits. Nice move by Scotty Barnes, the near fight. So Toronto up by 5, 10-5 here with 8:55. Here's Julius. Julius driving. Julius fumbles, but Nolan's misses the dunk. Now there's an opportunity for Toronto to get a fast break, but Evan Fournier comes up with a foul. So Nolan's doing good stuff on defense, but on below average offensive center here. So Julius, nice dish by Julius, and Noel just missed the dunk. Johnny Timon, what's going on? Johnny Timon, Noel sucks. Oof. On the offensive play, yeah. Here's Trent off the curl. Trent stops, backs to VanVleet. 12 on the shot clock. VanVleet picks up his dribble, drives into the paint, passes it to Trent for 3. It's good. So give that man an assist. Grant Trent with a 3-pointer, junior. So 13-5. Sloppy play, yes, and timeout. Tom Thibodeau will call a timeout here. So right now, Knicks, what's new? They're trailing 13-5. Not a good start the game here. As Thibodeau is going to have a seat, talk to his team. The rotation, this is a lot. This happens a lot with the Knicks. A lot. You see a lot of guys penetrate, break down the D, the extra pass out, and the lack of rotating perimeter defense, and teams are getting wide open threes. It's so predictable. Yes, Johnny Timon. Absolutely. That's why as I was saying it, Johnny, you were writing it, so it was so predictable. Salute to Palma de Coco. Salute to Palma de Coco. Salute, my friend. I know you're watching, so thank you for joining us, and thank you for watching through the Facebook application, and we appreciate you. We got to get this win, absolutely, because Toronto's 1 game behind the Knicks, and the Knicks are 4-12. So it's early, but it's getting late, like Yogi Berra will say, and the Knicks are closer to being a lottery team than a playing team. They keep playing like this. So and then absolutely, we got the Bucks and the Warriors on Sunday for Milwaukee, and then the Golden State Warriors. You're absolutely right. We have to get this, because then we're staring on a long losing streak. So Palma Coco in the building. What's going on, my friend? Appreciate you. So right now the Knicks are in a timeout. Let's see if Thibodeau could gather the troops here and get them going. I can't. I'm not allowed, Romar. We're not allowed to give no live videos or any of the play by just me talking the play by play with the scoreboard. It's that's why it's a watch along with the play by play. You watch it along with me at home, and we'll give you the call, or we'll interact in the chat, and we'll talk about it in the chat, and what you see, what you don't like, and we'll comment in, and it's like watching it together in the sports bar or at home. All I gotta do is give you the virtual chicken wings and pass the cold ones, or make a couple cocktails, pina coladas, or whatever you like to drink, mojitos, or your beverage of choice, and we're watching along amongst friends, like we're at Buffalo Wild Wings or any of those places. So we salute to you, Romar de Enrique, and salute to you. Appreciate you, my friend, giving us your time. So we'll get back from the timeout here. Let's see. The Knicks got to come up and show something tonight. They can't have a lackluster performance. No, I appreciate it, Mr. Yin. I appreciate it. You hear the Warriors got rest Curry against the Pacers, so they didn't break the record against the 76ers. Well, he will against us. Oof, Johnny. Oof. That's gonna be, Johnny. I know they might lose that game. I want to see if the perimeter defense plays up to par. That's gonna be a test there. So as Randle inbounds the ball here to Alec Burks, passes to Randle. Randle's gonna shoot the 3, and it's in and out. Fight for the rebound. Toronto comes up. Here's Trent Jr. Passes to Siakam. Ooh, what a move there what a play there. Number 43 eluded Randle, and he scored, and here's Randle with a foul, and he got fouled by Brochere. So Randle will go to the line. And Siakam, what a play! I totally lost it. I lost him there. And Siakam was the one with that scoring drive. Fake Randle going right, and he went left and went to the cup. So Julius, Knicks down by 10 here. Julius trying to stop the bleeding here. So he's averaging 19.8 points per game, but it doesn't feel impactful like last year's. It's wow. It's not as impactful as last year. As he hits the first free throw, he has another free throw coming up. Knicks cut it down to 9. We got to get RJ Barrett going. And he hits a pair of free throws, 15-7 with 7:50 left in the first quarter. As VanVleet brings the ball up, passes it over. Grant Jr. back to hold it. He holds it there. Back to Siakam. 9 on the shot clock. Randle giving a little bit of daylight. And Siakam is going to pull up. Long range. Misses. Fight for the rebound. VanVleet. This is not what you need. Extra possessions for Toronto. Gary Trent Jr. drives into the paint. He stops. Find Noel coming. Good help. And there's a wide open Scotty Barnes. Misses. Another offensive rebound. And here's Siakam for 3. Misses. And this one is still in play. And another offensive rebound for Toronto. Here's Scotty Barnes. Here's VanVleet for 3. It's off the mark. Another tap in. And they're going to call a foul here. So this is not looking good. Nope. I agree with you. Not looking good there. So 3 possessions there. And they cannot secure that rebound. And now VanVleet will go to the line. So he got fouled. Nope. I agree with you, Johnny Timon, on that, and he's the first one. So I think it's a 3-shot foul, if I'm not mistaken here. So right now, things are not looking great in Nickland right now. Little lackluster, and he hits the second free throw. So it is 3 free throws. We need a rebound machine. And another free throw coming up. So he hits on all 3 free throws, extend his lead to 18-7. And Noel is terrible. Danny Jones, welcome aboard. Toronto on a 13-2 run. Ugh. Here's RJ. Good denial by Scotty Barnes. RJ still going to the basket. He puts it up, misses the layup. So Knicks are not hitting shots right now. One and done. Here's Siakam. Siakam passes the VanVleet. Wide open 3. It's good. So 3-pointer. So right now, Toronto hitting on all cylinders right now. 21-7. Here's Randle. Back to Fournier. Stops. Back to Randle. He has Trent Jr. has a mismatch. Back to Fournier. Fournier driving. Fournier stolen by Toronto. Here's Scotty Barnes with the loose balls. Back into Birch, and he gets fouled. So Rozier, he got fouled. RJ Barrett fouls him. Oh my God. It's not over yet, but it doesn't look good here. 21-7. Mr. Yin. Hang in there. They got to make some adjustments. Wait for the Rat Pack before we say it's done. If the second unit comes out lackluster, I can see it's gonna be a long night. So it's not over yet. It's just starting. Toronto's at home. You can expect that. But the Knicks, here's Mitchell Robinson coming in for Nolan's Noel. So the first substitution pattern in here. Yes, the Rat Pack, the bench unit, as Kelvin T. Jones calls them. Salute to Kelvin. Hope you arrive well to Denver. And he hits the free throws. And he goes, Knicks. Knicks need to start Rose IQ. This is getting out of hand. Coach is stubborn. I think it's the front office, Dan. We'll elaborate that on our podcast or in halftime or at the post game. There's a lot to say about that. And these misses. Knicks are doing one and done. They're not hitting any shots here. Here's Toronto on a fast break. And it looks so easy, but Knicks missed that layup. Here comes RJ. RJ driving. RJ, smart move there. Catches a Mitch Robinson cutting, but he fumbles the pass. Here's Fournier in between the dribble. Fournier's going to shoot a 3 with 2 people on him, and he misses. Mitchell Robinson with the offensive rebound, but they call a loose ball foul first. So, yes, I feel you getting desperate. You have all right to be desperate. Yes, indeed. As they'll inbound the ball here. Yeah, I can see your sentiments. Don't make sense. We have all that young talent, and we don't use them. I can't do this. You can only do is laugh. I can see that. As Fournier Gonna bound the ball here to Burks. Alec with a nice play from Robinson, but Robinson he gets blocked. So they're swarming D. They have 4 defenders all over Mitchell Robinson. Here's Scotty Barnes posting Mitchell Robinson. Good defense there by Mitchell Robinson. So they are not Toronto is feeling themselves, and Fournier gets the 3 here. So finally, the Knicks scored 10 points with 5:20 left here in the first quarter. They're down by 13, 23-10. Offense is lackluster. Here's Scotty Barnes. Passes to Siakam. Siakam driving. Mid-range jumper. It's off the mark. Fournier, last touch by Toronto. So he got lucky he didn't get over the back from Waterbaiter. As Rose finally getting up. No, I appreciate it, Dan. I appreciate it. So Rose getting into the scorer's table. They can't get him in here any quicker. Here's Burks. With 5 minutes here, as Burks passes to Fournier. Fournier backs to Randle. Randle thought of the 3. Randle's dive holding. ISO, double team, passes to RJ. RJ in the paint. Floater, misses. Loose ball. RJ comes back, passes to Burks. Burks driving. And he's got no foul call. No foul call. He's looking for a foul. Thibodeau's irate. No foul call. Here's Siakam. Siakam spins. Siakam puts it up, and he gets a foul call. So he'll go to the line. Wow, what a difference. And it's not the ref's fault. The Knicks are not hitting their shots. I'm one who quickly goes and gets upset with the refs, but this one here, I can't get upset on this call, on these 2 sequence of play here. So Siakam will go to the line here. He's averaging the same as Randle, 19.4 points a game, shooting 48% from the field, and he has 7.4 rebounds. So he hits the first free throw, adding to the Toronto lead here. At this possession here, I would have brought in the whole second unit. At this possession here, 4:38 in the game, because the starters, you cannot go another 4 minutes with just 10 points. And he hits a free throw. I definitely would have bought Toppin. I would have bought him quickly. You can't. What are you going to finish the quarter with? 17 points? You can't have that. Here's Rose to RJ. They're doing a good job on RJ, denying him penetration. And RJ's missing a few layups. And here's Randle. Back to Rose. Back to Fournier. 8 on the shot clock. Fournier drives. Passes it. No, he gets blocked. He passes it to Rose. 3 on the shot clock. Shoots the 3. It's off the mark. Here comes Toronto. So Knicks not getting good shots. You see Toronto rotating on their perimeter and contesting these shots. Here's Siakam. Has RJ. He's going to back him in and spins. He's long-range jumper in and misses. Rebound Mitchell Robinson. Here's Randle. Randle wants to drive, but he passes to Fournier. Fournier to Rose. 16 on the shot clock. Derrick Rose passes to Fournier. Fournier driving. Fournier passes it to Burke. To RJ. RJ for 3. In and out. Misses. Fournier had a layup there. He was going to the bucket. He should have went and scored it. I understand you want to try to you can't get all of them in one shot. You got to hit one little at a time. Here's Siakam for 3. Misses. Rebound Randle. You see the Toronto Raptors running in here and attacking. Here's Randle calling out play here. Back to RJ. They want to feature RJ. RJ backing in. Here comes a light double. Here's a double team. Back to Rose. Back to Fournier. Fournier for 3. It's off the mark. So Toronto is daring the Knicks to shoot the 3, and they're going to double anything in the paint and protecting the paint. So they're not believing in the Knicks 3-point shooting. It's Trent for long range jumper. It's good. So 27-10, 17-point lead. Knicks had opportunities to cut this to, and they keep missing on the offensive. So here's Randle attacking. Randle again. He passes for 3 instead of going to the basket. Misses. So Knicks want to rely on the 3 ball. They want to get it all back in one shot. Randle, you're in the paint. You're strong. Go and get the bucket. The high percentage shot. Here's Trent for 3. And it's good. So right now they're pouring it on. Up by 20. This is not looking good here. Here's Rose. Derrick Rose behind the back. And he's stolen the ball. Last touch by New York. Toronto's ball. This looks terrible right now, guys. This is, wow. I agree. That timeout call, and Thibodeau's disgusted. Wow, Thibodeau, you need to change. Get these guys, sit them down right now. Starting five should be Rose, Iaq, Barrett, Randle, and Robinson. Second unit, McBride, Evan Fournier, Burks. Yeah, but the one thing about it, Dan, do you really want to put Fournier in that second unit if you want to try to move his contract this year or in the offseason? You got, unfortunately, they made that mistake, Knicks front office, by giving him that contract, Fournier. I was, right now, to be honest with you, if you would tell me, and let's be honest, we were in a timeout. If you were to tell me the money we spent and hindsight is 2020, folks, on Evan Fournier and Kemba Walker and gave him that extra that money or close to it to what they gave to DeRon DeRozan, do you think we'll be looking this bad? What's going on, Luke? Luke Swanson in the building. Salute. I know it's a little embarrassing, my friend. I know. Yeah, what's going on, Mike Ortiz? I'm gonna have to go in there, man. And my friend from the Philippines. Salute to the Philippines. They always join us here. Salute. What's going on, Frank? I hope you're doing good. They quit on the bench. Hopefully not. You know, so salute to the Philippines. Always joining us in the Philippines, from the Philippines. Good Saturday morning to you there. Definitely have a good Saturday morning. Hope you're having your breakfast and getting ready to enjoy your day. A beautiful Saturday, hopefully, for you guys in the Philippines. So I salute the Philippines. Always support the program. Always support the Jedi Network. And thank you so much to the Philippines. We enjoy having you here. No, Rolando, I can't show the live. I can't show. We're not allowed to. And they're not allowed to see the live. So hopefully, when we get back from the break, the Knicks change this lineup because they look pathetic. They look pathetic. They look terrible, and it's not looking pretty. So let's hope that they get this going. So Knicks down by 20. Yes, with 2:22 left. Yeah, it's crazy, right? We're one of the worst defense, bro. Yeah, and they're not giving the effort. It's the players. You can't blame the coach. Now, and you really could say maybe the substitution patterns and time, but you can't blame the coach. He was coach of the year last year. You can't be from the coach of the year to what's going on now. Like, something. The players got to look himself in the mirror. He's putting his team in the right position to execute these plays. That's Manuel quickly. Thank goodness is in the game here. Down by 20 though. He's guarding VanVleet. VanVleet bringing up. So a little ball handling pressure. RJ picks up Trent Jr. Trent in the paint, in the circle, fires, misses, rebound Julius Randle. So let's see. 2 minutes here. Let's see if the Knicks can cut this down here. Julius. VanVleet is playing him, and this is a problem here. Here's Rose. Rose going to the glass and scoops and scores. Derrick Rose. Finally, the Knicks break this drought here. 30-12. And I agree with you, Luke. Here's VanVleet. VanVleet in the curl. Mitchell Robinson now guarding VanVleet. There's a mismatch. And VanVleet's going to shoot the long three. Misses the front of the rim. Here's Rose. Rose reading the break. He had Mitchell Robinson on the wing. He had Mitchell Robinson on the wing there, but I don't blame them. These centers stink. They centers stink on offensive. So Knicks will have the possession here with 19 on the shot clock. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it could get times comedy. It could get comedic here. As Rose is going to inbound the ball here. To quickly. Keeps his dribble. Quickly going to the paint with the floater and misses. Rebound Toronto. So Toronto engages 3 guys on that rebound. They're playing more inspired. Here's a drive and misses and call for a foul. So he'll go to the free throw line here. So Toronto's playing loose, quick, more athletic, and they're trying to run the Knicks out of the gym here. As finally Obi Toppin gets his jumpsuit ready to come in here with 1:14. So you're gonna play him for 1:14. Then he has to sit while the quarter changes. Then he's gonna play in for about 4 minutes, and they're gonna substitute, or 3 minutes, and then they're gonna sub him out. I mean, he misses the first free throw. This is the frustration we have. Also, why Toppin isn't playing if you're a Knicks fan. And watch my word. He's gonna play a minute, and then he's gonna play maybe 3 NBA full minutes next quarter, and then Julius will come take it the rest of the way and watch. That's what's happening a lot. Johnny Davis, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you, and welcome back. Welcome again. I hope your day was wonderful, and thank you for blessing the program. I really appreciate it, my friend. Here's Derrick Rose. Rose driving. Rose stops. Back to Barrett. Barrett double team. So they're passing it quickly. 4 on the shot clock. He's going to have to put this up. Rose driving in the paint. Floater. It misses. Rebound Toronto. So Knicks can't hit not even the ocean right now. And here's a three-pointer. And it's off the mark. Mitchell Robinson was pushed from behind. No call. Loose ball, but no call. As quickly brings the ball up. With 34 seconds here in this dreadful first quarter. Here's Toppin, driving with the scoop layup, misses, and he gets his own rebound. He scores. Athleticism. That's what the team needs. Obi uses the force, and he scores. 31-14 with 26 seconds. There's going to be a 4 differential from shot clock to game clock. As Scotty Barnes holds this here. So looks like the Knicks are going to end up scoring 14 points. 14 points in the first quarter. That's pathetic. Dreadful. And Barnes has to put it up. He puts it up and he misses. Rebound Obi Toppin. And that's it. That quarter comes to an end. So Knicks only scored 14 pathetic points in that quarter. Toronto, 31. That defense. Tom Thibodeau team defense gave up 31 points. Right now, folks, what it looks like, the team is not meshing. There is a disconnect with players, personnel in there that is not meshing. It is not. I can only say it's not meshing, and we have given it 25 games to get it done, to get this mesh, to get it together. And like Thibodeau said, if you go 10 games, you can't use the chemistry. 15 games, 25, 40 games, then the season. And he said, like he said, it was BS. And I agree with his statement. Remember, he said that a while back on one of his press conferences, and it's showing. They got to get it together. A team has to click. They have to click, or we're talking about a team that we're going to be scouting the college basketball rankings to see where we're going to fit, or we're going to, where and refreshing Tankathon. And personally, I don't want to go through that anymore. I got the taste of the playoffs last year, and I got a taste of the success moving forward, and yeah, I want to continue that. So hopefully they get to acts together. So he goes, we're bringing the bench with a minute left in the quarter. He's wearing out certain players quickly, and we haven't had to. And let's see. With all that playing, they might have gave some Walker some run. Maybe it might be. This is a game that he might reinsert him back. You have to close game with the Nets, but then teams, come on, bro. Yeah, Luke, I get it. And the thing that and it has to do with the front office as well. We like to attack Thibodeau, and the reason why I say front office is they're paying players money. What's up, Kelvin? Just mentioned. I hope you arrive well to Colorado. If you're still traveling, hope you're still traveling safe, and the road conditions are well. So salute, Kelvin, in the building. And let's see this. The Knicks, not a good start, Kelvin. 14 points in the first quarter. They only scored 14 points, gave up 31. Again, a story. This is becoming a story of the same every night. So, oof. Mr. Lin salutes to you, Kelvin. So he's saying what's going on. Good to hear that, Kelvin. I appreciate that you arrived well. What's going on, Punty? What's going on? Salute to you there. Happy Saturday in the Philippines. What's going on? We start here, Rose brings the ball up. 31-14. Derrick. Probably Toppin. Obi Toppin going passes it to. Oh, that was the right play to Mitchell Robinson, but he good cut there, and turn the ball over. Here comes Siakam. He's driving on Rose. He's backing him up. Spins and misses the layup. Mitchell Robinson comes up with the rebound. Knicks have an opportunity here to get this. Can they cut this to single digits before halftime? One hill at a time. Here's Rose. Rose thought about the three. Spins. Pass to Barrett. Barrett hits the three-pointer. R.J. Barrett. 17-31 here. Yes, I agree with you, Kelvin. I agree with you there. I agree with that. Where R.J. should be bringing more, have some ball handling, especially when Burks is on the court. Just alleviate. Share it. I agree with you there. Here's the young man from the blocked by Mitchell Robinson. Here comes quickly, passes to the Toppin with a transition, and almost had a chance for a 3-point play, but he got fouled. So you see, this is the difference. You playing faster, looser, transition. Teams got to get back because Obi Toppin is going to make them pay. He's out there running sprints. He's out there running suicides, a hustle, high energy, and quickly looking up there, and he could have had a chance for an assist there. Of course, we play faster and we play quicker. So Obi Toppin hits the first free throw. Knicks cut the lead there, 31-18 with 10:51 before half. So he has another free throw coming up. He hits on a pair of free throws. So Obi Toppin on the line there. 19-31 here. Knicks trail. Toronto. Here's a drive, kick, open 3-pointer, and that's good. So not rotating again. Same thing. Not to sound like a broken record. Knicks are not rotating on the perimeter. Here's quickly bringing the ball up. Back to Toppin. Back to quickly. 14 on the shot clock. Quickly starts his dribble. He starts driving. Stops on a dime. Has nowhere to go to Toppin. Toppin with a floater. It's misses. Mitchell Robinson is going to call a loose ball foul. So Obi Toppin making things wonders here. Not known for that floater, but he's going to go back to the line. So Obi Toppin tapping into the force there. Going to go to the free throw and got a foul on Scotty Barnes. You got to free Obi. You got to free Obi. Play it. Hashtag free Obi. Toppin hits the first free throw. 20. Knicks trail by 14. 20-34 here. He has another free throw coming up. Toppin hits both free throws. 21-34, 13-point game with 10-18. Knicks need to cut this down to single digits before halftime or take the lead. Here's a drive, kick to Barnes. Barnes by the circle, back. Here's a 3-pointer, contested. Rebound, Mitchell Robinson. Knicks playing now a little better here, inspired. Their offense is leading into inspiration on their defense. Second unit getting it done, the Rat Pack. Here's Rose. Rose keeps his dribble to Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin is going to shoot the 3. It's off the mark. Rebound. Not bad there, but would like Obi to continue to attack the glass. Here's Siakam. Siakam passes, kick to the 3, kicks back to Siakam. 14 on the shot clock. He has Obi. He's trying to break him down. Obi spins. And nice play there. Oh, he got the bounce. So Obi Toppin all over the place. High energy minutes for Obi Toppin on defense, but Siakam beats him there. And he scores 36-21. Here's Rose. Rose driving, scores 23-36. The pace has intensified, got a little quicker here. Knicks got to play some defense. Here's Barnes as Burks is back in the game. They pass here. Here's a 3-pointer off the curl. This is off the mark. Loose ball. Scotty Barnes over Burks. Just there, the height advantage. Right now, the Knicks don't have the height there. Barnes took that rebound away from Burks. And here's Siakam spinning. Mitchell Robinson playing good defense. Swatted by Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson, last touch. And Toronto will keep possession with 0.7 on the shot clock. So Knicks getting a little inspiration now. They've seen the hustle from Obi Toppin inspiring and Derrick Rose. And let's see if the second unit continues to inspire here with 8:58 here with 0.7 seconds. So this is a catch and shoot for Toronto. Knicks got to make a defensive stand here. Here's the pass, and he's off the curl. Misses. Rebound Burks. Burks over to quickly. Driving quickly. Stops on a dime. Passes it to Toppin. Toppin behind his back. Toppin in the paint. Toppin spins. Toppin puts it up. Blocked by Scotty Barnes. So good play there by Barnes. What's going on, Francis? Welcome. Saturday morning for you guys in the Philippines. In the morning to you. Salute to you, Francis. And here's Burks. Back to Toppin. Passes it quickly driving. Passes it to Rose. Rose passes it again to Robinson with a thunderous dunk. 25-36. Nailed. Down by 11. Let's go. Here we go. Absolutely. Let's go Knicks. And here's Siakam. Mitchell Robinson all over him. Last time he blocked this play. Here's Siakam trying to break him down. Steps back for a fall away, misses. Here's Toppin comes up with the rebound. Here's Rose. Knicks could cut this down to single digits. Here's Derrick Rose. Alley-oop to Toppin. Oh, just too hard by Rose. Hit the rim. So here comes Siakam. Siakam a Euro step. Throws it up, and he got fouled. Oh, man. That was a swing play there. Right play by Rose, but terrible execution there. He saw Toppin coming on the wing, and that if he would execute that would have a momentum changer. So Toppin making an impact. Marlon, what's going on? Marlon Johnson, Jamaica in the house. Salute to you. Welcome. Appreciate you. Man, we love it. We love to see everyone world international. We have the Philippines, we have Jamaica, we have Trinidad and Tobago. We appreciate everyone worldwide. The Knicks watch along. We appreciate you. Siakam hits the first free throw here. And yes, thank you, Knicks, again. Hit that like and subscribe. Welcome to the Jedi family. If you haven't subscribed, we do all types of basketball, MMA. We do all different types of play-by-play, and not just play-by-play, but we do the podcast as well. So salute to you. Siakam hits the first free throw. Siakam with 7 points right now, and the long rebound. Oh, back to Siakam, and he misses. Rebound by Toppin. Toppin comes up with that board. So Thibodeau inserted Julius in, and he's going to play Julius and Randle together. Let's see if this helps out and sparks the Knicks here. So Randle's going to play the 5 or Toppin. Rose passes it quickly with 7 on the shot clock. Back to Randle. Randle driving back to Toppin. Toppin fakes. Toppin going to back to Randle. Randle's going to put up a 3, and it's good. Julius Randle with a 3-pointer. So he hits it. Oh, Kenny McLean from Scotland. What's going on, Kenny? Thank you so much. So our first program from Scotland, participant from Scotland. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you so much. And timeout right now. Knicks trail 28-37. So thank you so much. We are internationally worldwide. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. We have all different parts of the globe, from Jamaica, Trinidad, Tobago. We have, of course, the Philippines, the second home of the Jedi Network. We also have we also had Honduras earlier. We have Guatemala was in the building saying hello. So we appreciate everyone from everywhere. Thank you so much. And of course, we shouting out Alyssa made Drizzen. Salute to you. Jerome, one of my main staples from the Philippines. Good Saturday morning to you, Jerome. I hope all's well. I hope you're resting on your day off today. And I hope you're having a good breakfast on your Saturday morning in the Philippines. Awesome. But we have New York City, of course, in New York City in the building. Love it. From the beach and from the Philippines. I love it. Oh, man. So get that tan in. Get that seawater. You get your swimming in there. Oh, I hope you're either enjoying the beach, swimming recreational, or you're fishing. Because I know myself, if I have a beach, I live in Central Florida, and we're in Florida. If I'm heading most of the time to the beach, I'm fishing. I love to fish, so definitely. So Randle, Calvin Randle was hitting those shots in rhythm. He's letting the game come to him, and he's not forcing it. So he got that's why, Kelvin, I've been saying we need a point guard to set up Julius Randle to start hitting those shots, get the ball more out of him, and let the game come naturally him, because Julius can hit those shots when he doesn't have a lot of other things on his plate, and I think that's a recipe for success. What do you think? Who do you think we should just trade? I'm going with Mr. Lynn here, Miles Turner. I like Miles Turner. I'm a little bit tired of the centers not scoring, coming in and not scoring and being a disadvantage. 5-on-4 basketball with no point guard. We're playing 5-on-4 basketball with no point guard, and it's got to stop. It's starting to stink, and we can't let that continue. Yes, Johnny Timon, excellent point. This comeback is because of Obi Toppin. He's using the force. Obi Toppin is using the Jedi force out there, and he's doing phenomenal, inspiring plays, both on defense and offense, running back and forth, high energy. And let's see how long Thibodeau is going to play with him and go with him. Kemba Knox and Robinson for Turner, something like that, or Nolan's Noel, or either or. I'm okay with either or. If you're going to put Robinson or Noel, it don't make it matter. As long as we get Miles Turner in here, I think it'll help. As the pace comes back here, as VanVleet, 7 minutes here left. Knicks trail 28-37. Here's a good play defense there. Quickly, just all over. Here's Burks. He has a 2-on-1. Here's Alley-oop to Obi Toppin with the dunk. Uses the force. Whoa, what a thunderous dunk. Alley-oop. Give Rose an assist. 30 to 7. 7-point game here with 6:35 here. Here's Gary Trent. Here's Obi playing good deep, but Trent hits that shot there. So they extend their lead to 9, 30 to 39 here with 6:25 here. Plenty of time here before the half. The Knicks cut it down to single digits. Can't let them get back up to double digits here. Here's Julius. Back to quickly. 8 on the shot clock. Quickly. Keeps his dribble. Over by the paint. He puts it up. He gets the bounce. He scores. 32-39. 7-point game here. Knicks need to play some defense. Here's Derrick Rose. The Knicks on 11-3 run here. Here's Trent Jr. Last touch by Gary Trent. Turnover. New York gets the possession here. They need to capitalize on Toronto's turnovers. They capitalize on the turnovers, they get right back into this. But what an inspiration game by Obi Toppin so far here in the second quarter with 5:58. As Derrick Rose inbounds, he gets the ball back from Julius. Derrick keeps his dribble. VanVleet covers him. And here comes Rose off the glass. Rebound cleaned up by Julius Randle in the offensive glass. 34-39. Knicks down by 5. So here comes the Knicks. This is the NBA's a game of run. VanVleet in the paint. Passes it back to Trent. 15 on the shot clock. Gary Trent Jr. dribbling on the curl. Here's Brochet with a 3. Misses. Obi Toppin, good defense there. Here's Randle keeps the dribble. So Randle doing some dribble. A light double team here. Randle kicks it to top. And here's Toppin with a dunk. He scores. Give Alec Burks an assist. Obi Toppin game, baby. That's it. Talking about using the force. 39-36. Knicks down by 3. 5 minutes. So Knicks are inspired. Here's a possible no. They almost had a turnover. They picked the ball back up here with 9 on the shot clock. Here's a drive. Burks, good defense by Burks. And in and out. That almost went down for Toronto. So the Knicks are playing inspired here. Here's Randle. Randle kicks it to quickly, and he hits a 3-pointer. We're tied at 39. Emmanuel quickly, ice water in his veins. Impactful 3-pointer. The Knicks have come back, and they tied this game here on the heels of the young guys, the young tandem of Obi Toppin, Emmanuel quickly, Derrick Rose. The Rat Pack has come tonight to play, to bail out this lackluster 13-point first quarter New York Knicks starting unit. We are tied at 39 apiece. Yes, indeed. Jeffrey Hernandez de Puerto Rico in the building. Pa que lo sepa. They're in the building. What's going on, folks? It's amazing. This is amazing, Mr. Lynn. Amazing. You gotta love Obi Toppin. Yes, indeed. Yes. Woo. That's all right, Kelvin. We'll get you there. We are tied. The backpack is balling. The young guns. Puerto Rico in the building. And we are worldwide, listening from everywhere. We enjoy it. We love it. Appreciate you guys making this Friday night. What a game here. The Knicks come back here. And wow, this is phenomenal to say we are tied right now, because it was looking lackluster. It was like I was saying as a man, how much do I really going to be here all stream for the next half, ripping the team? I'm glad, hopefully they start playing more inspired basketball here. So salute to everyone. Hit those likes, hit those that you're not subscribed. Welcome, subscribe to our channel. This is what we get every night with the Knicks Live. We also have the podcast tomorrow, G Money Hoop Show, talking about basketball all around the NBA league. We're also going to have a Return to the Knicks with Chef Dan Ingredients about the Knicks basketball. We also got the Michigan on the A to Z network. He's going to break it down, the Heisman Trophy in college. For all you college football fans, it's on the A to Z Media Network. Hit that. Check him out. He got some really good college football, basketball football as well. So Z covers the football area here. The Bomber Strike Back podcast right now. They're on a lockout. So since they're on a lockout, we don't have too much baseball content. But once that comes up, we'll gear up our baseball podcast. We also do the Yankees watch along. That's where Jerome follows us here and he watches us, and we do the Yankees as well. So we got the Rangers, Ranger Town Republic. That's the own podcast only. I haven't done anything on the YouTube. We do the podcast there. So phenomenal. Follow us anywhere you find your podcast: Spotify, Anchor FM, Podbean, Google Play, or Google Podcast. So just put Bronx Sport Jedi Network and all the different programs out there. So salute to everyone. So we'll get back to 10 points for Obi Toppin, using the force 3 of 6 from the field, 4 of 4 from free throws, and 5 rebounds. So this is the Obi Toppin breakout game. Let's hope. So hopefully we keep pointing to sit a little bit. As Trent brings the ball up, we're all even at 39 with 4:35 left before half. As Trent passes the Barnes. VanVleet. He's going to pull up jumper. That's off. So they call it a illegal pick by Brochere. So Knicks will have it. So Knicks could take the lead here. Believe it or not, the Knicks could take the lead. Appreciate you guys. Victor, appreciate it. Yes, let's go, New York. No, New York, go. 39 even. Here's quickly. 17 on shot clock. Back to Rose. Derrick Rose to Julius Randle. Randle. Guys, you got to start making a move here. 10 on the shot clock. Randle. Backing in. Bounce pass. Not a good pass by Randle there. Turnover. Here comes Trent Jr. Here's the VanVleet. Quickly playing some good offense. And here's a three-pointer for Scotty Barnes, and he hits. Those plays always ruins the Knicks. This is always rinse and repeat. 41-39. Here's Burks. Burks back to quickly. He's calling a play out. Topping with a screen. Back to Burks. Back to Julius. 7 on shot clock. Back to Burks. Burks is going to shoot the 3. That's off the mark. Topping keeps it alive. Oh, man. So he just stepped out of bounds there. So every time there's a turnover, teams always come back on a transitional 3. Always. This rinse and repeat. Here's Siakam. Stopped on the dime there. Trent Jr. 14 on the shot clock. Trent Jr. is going to shoot the 3. That's off the mark. Rebound, Burks to Julius. Into the left, into the right corner. Back to Julius. Thought about the 3. Julius making his move, and he gets the ball stolen. This happens so much with Julius Randle. My God. Here's VanVleet into the paint, and they're going to go for foul. Never happens with Julius Randle. He gets the ball. Every team puts their point guards on Julius Randle. Randle, I know he's a good forward that wants to handle the ball, but these point guards, they steal the ball always from him, and always leads to transition free throws or transitional 3. This is rinse and repeat with him. This is why I'm calling for we need a real point guard, and they got to get the ball. Let Rose bring the ball up when Julius plays. He has to play off the ball a little more. He misses the first free throw, and no handle Randle. Absolutely. No handle Randle's back. That frustrates. And he hits 1 of 2 free throws, especially you come back and make this comeback, and then you're going to get sloppy with this here with Randle, and he's going to be a negative on the floor, plus minus. It's not going to, man. Here's quickly to Rose. Rose driving. Back to quickly. 10 on the shot clock. And he got, and then no. Quickly, still making his move. Quickly to Randle. 2 on the shot clock. Randle driving. Randle loses the ball handle again by VanVleet. What else is new? Here's Scotty Barnes. Scotty Barnes with a dunk. So that positivity, the Knicks tied. They go now. Toronto now up by 5. So timeout. My God. No Randle handle. So stand up. Absolutely no handle Randle. They just gave us an euphoria of excitement, and they're getting stagnant again. Back to this isolation, dribble, back down, and here comes the point guard to steal the ball away. It's like, why is he playing so low, which allows these point guards to steal the ball from him? He gets too low. And I understand that. And guy says, "Oh, this team without Randle will be nothing." But that was last year. You know what? I'm going to take the gloves off already. That was last year, Randle. That's it. What have you done for me, ladies? It's a new year. It's a new fresh start. It's a new year. And you start the clean slate. He has been playing. He's been reverted back to what Julius Randle has been his whole career. 2019, 2020. Last year, yeah, it was a phenomenal 7th in MVP. But my God, he's turning back to what we saw. What he's been, what is, back on his baseball card, what they say. I mean, how, God, it's like I am totally, you know, if they want to package him to go on a trade, bienvenue. I mean, really, bienvenue, because my goodness, yeah, yeah, I understand. Yeah, I understand about the. I don't want to trade the whole team away either. I don't want to trade the whole team away, but my God, it's like, oh, here's the play here. Rose fires up a three. It's good. Derrick Rose with a 3-pointer. Now, hold on, Antoine. Don't interrupt the stream. Antoine wants to come in, but we'll save you for later. So 42-44. Here's a bounce pass to Barnes. Barnes to VanVleet for a long three. Misses. No, misses. So I was waiting for that camera. Here's Randle. Randle bringing the ball. Get the ball out of his hands. Back to Rose. Rose, 17 on the shot clock. Derrick driving. Passes it. Oh, stolen there. Not a good pass by Rose in the air. Here's Trent Jr. Trent Jr. He goes to the layup and he scores. So 46-42. Not allowed to give the live, Ariel. Won't can give you the play-by-play. You can read the ticker on the bottom. So 42-46 with a minute 25 here. Here's quickly. Shoots over the curl three, and he misses. So rebound Toronto. Knicks got to play some defense here. Here's Siakam. Siakam, good play by Obi Toppin, and they call him for a foul. Ooh, tough call there. So let's take a look at this in transition there for Trent Jr. And Toppin just didn't want to pick up that foul. He wasn't in position to get a charge. With time, he's got to learn to get in front and learn how to and draw those charges. He's gonna have to sacrifice his body, but he's doing so much out there for Toppin, but that will come with experience down the line, as I think Nick Nurse calls a timeout here. So right now, the Knicks have given up only 46 points after they clamped down on their defense. Yes, I agree with you. And we've seen RJ not in the game here. Yeah, I think Kelvin, you're right. You need to put RJ in for Julius currently right now, but it's only a minute and 16 seconds. So now you're going to have a cold RJ coming back at the half. We'll see how that works. And that third quarter of doom, they cannot. If I'm Thibodeau, man, I'm giving the starting unit a short leash in that third quarter, man. You can't have them go there. The score is right on the bottom, my friend Lopez. Is right there. Look at the screen. It's 47-42. The scoreboard is up. Nope. The scoreboard is up there, 48-42. Toppin, the only double-digit player tonight with 10. It's a balance attack. So 46-42 with a minute 16 here. Siakam hits the first free throw. So extend the lead of 47-42. 5-point lead here with a minute and 16. And the score is there, my friend. So I know everyone wanted to see the score, and the score is there on the scoreboard. 47-42. And he hits a pair of free throws here. Extend the lead to 6 with a minute and 16 seconds. Here's Rose bringing the ball up. Derrick keeps his dribble. Siakam on the switch. Passes it quickly. 12 on the shot clock. Quickly. Gets a screen from Toppins quickly. By the 3-point circle. He passes, goes back. Julius in the paint. Passes to Rose. Rose misses that, and he passes it quickly. Quickly's going to shoot the 3. And it's off the mark. Fight for the rebound. Siakam comes up with it. 50 seconds here. 48-42. 45 seconds before halftime. VanVleet holding here. They're trying to cut the shot clock down. And here's Siakam with a long-range jumper. Bounces, misses. Rebound Julius. 29 seconds here. Julius double. Passes to Obi Toppin. Back to Julius Randle. 24. Back to Rose. 15 seconds on the shot clock. So Toronto will have a possession before the half here. Knicks 9 on the shot clock. They're trying to drain it down as possible. And Victor, what's going on, Victor? Here's Rose. Stops on a dime. Julius, wide open 3. Steps back. He bounces and he misses. So he had a wide open look there. Here's a fast break opportunity. This cannot happen. This cannot happen. Siakam scores. 42. And that would end it. Knicks end that there on that fast break. That should have not happened. Siakam should have not gotten that running start. and they Knicks trail 50-42, down by 8. It could have been worse. The Knicks showed some valiant comeback. They tied the game at one point, and they just lackluster again, or turnovers mounted this way in that, and right now the Knicks are being hampered, not getting anything. Even when putting Julius on that 5, they're not getting anything from the center position. Are we tapping the good point of the game? You like it? And Siakam should have not gotten on there to score that. And it says Randle played 5 good games this year. Such a disappointment. I agree with you, Victor Alvarez. I agree with you. And like I said, what have you done for me lately? He's reverting back to what he was when he first got to the Knicks, when he played in New Orleans, and there's more of what we're seeing from Randle this year than what we saw last year, and it's disappointing. It is disappointing. Yeah, yeah, it's been a disappointment there. Let me get the stats. I like to give the stats at the half. Let me find it. And once I get the stats, we'll get going with that. And let's get the stats. And overall, the Knicks scored 28 points, gave up 19. So you gotta like that fight. That part I like the stat. They clamped down, 19-point quarter. They scored 28. Okay, they fought back. The Knicks are shooting 39.5% from the field, 15 out of 38. The Toronto Raptors aren't that great either. They're shooting 36.4% from the field, 16 out of 44. The Knicks are shooting 35.3 from three-point land, while Toronto is shooting 40% from 3-point, 6 for 15. The Knicks are perfect, 6 for 6 to the free throw line, and Toronto is 12 out of 15. The Knicks are out rebounding Toronto 25-23. Toronto has 5 offensive rebounds to New York 3. The Knicks have 10 assists. Toronto's 9. Both teams with 2 blocks. The Knicks have 10 turnovers. This is why the game is such a different score. And it's 10 turnovers to Toronto's 3. And also points in the paint. The Knicks are scoring the Toronto Raptors 18-14 with the points in the paint. And we'll give you the high man for Toronto. The high man for Toronto, let me get this out of the way. You got 12 points for Gary Trent Jr. in 18 minutes. You got 11 points for Pascal Siakam in 22 minutes with 8 rebounds to assist. Chris Boucher with 8 points, 5 rebounds, and 14 minutes of action. Fred VanVleet with 9 points, 6 assists, 1 rebound in 19 minutes. Scotty Barnes with 6 points, 5 rebounds in 18 minutes. Anunoby was 14 with 4 points in 3 rebounds in 10 minutes. I got that's it. That's all the scoring for Toronto Raptors. For the Knicks, let me get that there. Obi Toppin, the high man, with 10 points in 13 minutes of action. He also has 5 rebounds, 1 assist. 11 minutes for Mitchell Robinson with just 2 points and 5 rebounds. 5 points for Emmanuel Quickly in 14 minutes of action with a rebound. Derrick Rose, 7 points, 17 minutes of action, 1 rebound, 3 assists. Evan Fournier, 6 points, 10 minutes of action. RJ Barrett, 5 points, 1 rebound in 13 minutes. Alec Burke, 18 minutes of action, no score, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. 7 points from Julius Randle, 19 minutes, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. That's what Julius needs to do. We need to get him out of the ball handling business and let him just rebound, assist when he has the ball, let the game come naturally, shoot it, and not put that load of being a felicitator on the team because it's not working. Let's see. You guys don't expect too much from the Knicks just because they were as good last year. They aren't too good, and 1 game on the farm is pretty good. Yeah, especially the Knicks have been bad for 20 years, and we're excited that they're good. And maybe as a fan base, we raise the expectation level because what we saw last year, and and all that good stuff, and but they were the ones, with the big, we were excited. We were excited about the team. We thought they were ready to take that next step, but maybe we got ahead of ourselves. We got a little ahead of ourselves with this team. But there's still plenty of basketball. Melvin, what's going on, Melvin? And play the young guys. Get Julius and Fournier out of there. Mitchell Robinson put some alley-oops. And RJ, let's go. Hey, Melvin, you're not the only one. The fan base is starting to want that, but the only issue with that is you got Julius, you're paying Julius, you got Julius Randle, and yeah, it's a small max deal. You also paid Fournier with that contract, so the front office don't want to see these guys on the bench. They want to play them because they're giving them they got the bag, they got the money. So this is where Thibodeau's pretty much his hands are a little bit tied because they pay these guys money and they got to play them. They invested in these players and they got to get their returns on their investment. And I understand this. We're in a win oriented business and we have to win. But if we, I see where Thibodeau's hands might be tied. And also, if you bench Fournier, it's going to be difficult to try to justify the move him to teams because they're like, he's not even in your rotation. You want me to take that contract back? So that's early returns right now, first 20 something, 25 plus games. It doesn't seem well for that money invested on both Kemba and Fournier right now. And I know everyone's going to say revisionist history, and I know the contract is going to look terrible at the end of the when that's over. But the DeMar DeRozan, you should have gave that matching salary to DeMar DeRozan because how much this team would have been different with a DeMar DeRozan on the floor. I wasn't a proponent. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. My move was not DeMar DeRozan. My move was actually Spencer Dinwiddie and another Willie Cauley Stein if he would have not went back to Dallas for as a backup center, and I think $9 million was too much for Mitchell for Nolan's Noel coming back. That's just me. It's just be transparent. I thought for 5.5 or $6 million that Cauley Stein got, I think he would have gave us some also some scoring from the center position. He's on Dallas right now. That was my plan, and I wanted them to get for just the small forward position. I just to be honest with you, I didn't had a thought about who. We talked about Kelly Oubre, but I thought his numbers were too high what he got contract wise and things like that. But wasn't so high on the Fournier signing, especially no one would they kind of outbid themselves. Nobody was really running to the Fournier forefront. I think we got a little excited what he did with the French national team, and we thought that was going to translate for some reason on the Knicks team, that international game, and I think that's why as a fan base we got excited on that. And Kemba Walker, I knew he just fell into the Knicks slap because they cut him. And I keep saying it. What was the Knicks' plan if we didn't sign Kemba Walker? If Kemba Walker wasn't cut or wasn't released, bought out, whatever you want to call it, with the OKC. So who was going to be the starting point guard? I'm asking you guys. Because everyone on the starting point guard market was already signed. Kemba was released, and the Knicks. It's like that was the last girl to dance with. They didn't want to dance alone, so they were at the dance, and the last girl was available and they ask her to dance. And that's the way I see it with Kemba Walker, unfortunately. Does he have talent? Yes, indeed. But he wasn't, that was the last person available. And it's like when you choose teams, when you're a kid, and you choose teams, that was the last player that you had to pick. And that's what it felt like. What's up? Agent Super Argo in the building. Salute, my friend. Randle has a lack of energy with horrible body language is infectious to other players. How can no one see this? Good thing Obi came to turn this game around. Yeah, I agree. I agree. We've been saying that. This is the Obi Toppin wake up game. Let's see, but all in all, there's still time here. There's still plenty of basketball to be played. Remember, it's not a sprint. It's a marathon, and it's a long season. It's a marathon, but it worries us because you don't want them to get into some bad habits and shrugging the shoulders and feeling sorry for themselves. But it happens. It happens. Look at yesterday's game. San Antonio destroyed Denver, and Denver gave us the business, and we gave San Antonio. So this is a league that night in, night out, anything can happen. So the Grizzlies beat the Lakers last night, and the Lakers, they also were what preseason, regular season champions. They've crowned them champions. They could still win the title, but they have not looked sharp as a collective unit either. So all around the league is having problems adjusting, and not just the Knicks are having issues. You've seen teams that's supposed to be where we thought they were not having the years that they wanted also. And you see teams that we thought they were going to struggle, like Washington. they're playing well. Although I knew they and you see on my podcast and on I have the receipts saying I knew the Wizards were going to be a really good team. I thought they were going to be like a eighth or even seventh. With I just liked it. That signing that they did with Spencer Dinwiddie and bringing in Carlos Pope, and company on that trade. They got rid of Westbrook, and you can see the difference. So the problem with the Knicks, you want to win and play the youngsters, and you may bring them back to primes and things that it can't change. Can his a little language there, so that's okay, Melvin. We're all right with that. I didn't want to read all of it, so I guess Julius killed the team's morale. Maybe you got a strong point because when he came on, everything went negative. Yeah, so one of the Knicks eat a steak tonight because RJ looks suspicious. I think RJ's gonna have a strong third quarter. And that's true. What he said is truth, Melvin. Dan Jones says it's truth to that. And RJ back home, I think sometimes RJ needs to sometimes put the ball a little bit on. And RJ doesn't have good ball handling skills either. He's terrible. He's not. That's something that he needs to work on his game. But in Duke, he was a good distributor, and maybe we need to play him. And why draft McBride if not play him after Walker's out of the rotation? Then, everyone, not just yourself, but a lot of the fan base from all different podcasts, content creators, up and down the YouTube universe, all say the same thing. You got the fans want to see McBride out there. They want to give him an opportunity. I think McBride is going to be a good player. But personally, I think he's a little raw right now. But for what we're getting, can it get any worse? Dan, I don't think so. So, I agree with me thinking of McBride, but because Derrick Rose in the starting unit doesn't work. He likes coming off the bench. I like keeping Rose 25, 20, no more than 25 minutes, so he could go fast pace, quick, move up and down. I think why not McBride with all these alpha dogs in the front in the starting lineup? I don't know. I don't know if they'll do that. I don't know if they'll give the reins to him. How far back in games will the Knicks want to do that? Um, we don't know. That's a good question though. These back-to-back turnovers by Julius was just dumb. Yeah, it was bad. And the thing is, it's happening too much. Every time teams are not respecting his ball handling. They always put. Haven't you noticed? It started with Chicago set up the actually. Yeah, Chicago set the blueprint when they played Lonzo Ball on him to play defense, and teams now put their point guard to just go and take the ball and snatch the ball away from Julius. He doesn't have the good ball handle, and also the team around him. When you have Fournier, they know Fournier's struggling, and they're going to they prefer going and double Randle and letting the Knicks. And it shows Toronto's game plan was we're going to let the Knicks beat us from 3-point land tonight, and we're going to double anything in the paint, and we're going to have an umbrella, kind of like a zone, but not quite an umbrella on in the paint, and let them hit mid range to 3-point shots, and the Knicks gonna have to hit their long range shots tonight or break down the defense and penetrate. And they don't have the point guard to break down the defense. We shall see. R.J. Barrett goes strong to the hoop. He missed a couple of layups early going, but hopefully he bounces back and he starts getting going in that second half. Julius is penetrating too deep. He's driving into the teeth of the defense. Yeah, Kelvin. He's driving into and that's what they want to do. They're going to clog the paint. They're going to clog, and they're going to protect as a team, and they're going to live the 3-point shots. They're going to allow it to happen, and teams are going to have to hit from three if you want to beat the Toronto Raptors. Similar, kind of like not like what the Knicks did last year, but the Knicks, they rotated well, and they played and they communicated, rotated well, and they allowed teams to kind of play that Toronto, and their defense was pretty good and inspired defense. I agree, Mitchell, Obi, IQ, the core. We can win this game. Case closed. Yeah, Melvin, I wouldn't, I still think the Knicks pulled this game out. It's going to be a tough battle, though. It's going to be one of those bar burners, white knuckle games. Need some water before we start this. I tell you one thing, they're missing Coach Woodson's defense. Whatever he installed and asked, they're missing it this year. As we start here, RJ, the same starting five here. Let's see how long Thibodeau will go, and if they come out flat, how long will he not make a change? Burks, 7 on the shot clock. Burks is going to shoot the 3. He's going to have to put it up and loose ball, rebound by Fournier. They get a new shot clock. Here's alley-oop to Noel. Noel actually hits an alley-oop. So 44-55. Zoltan, I cannot show the live. Zoltan. Here's VanVleet. VanVleet keeps his dribble. 9 on the shot clock. Passes to Siakam. 7 on the shot clock. Gary Trent Jr. Trent into the paint. Pulls back. Misses. Fournier with the rebound. Knicks down by 6 with 11 minutes here. Gone by left in the third quarter. Bounce pass to RJ. RJ has VanVleet. RJ's backing him in. RJ backs him in. Stolen by VanVleet, but called a foul there. He got hit on the arm. So let's see. They'll give him the free throws or they'll slide out of bounds. Nolan's Noel coming up with the alley-oop dunk. Finally, some positivity from the center position. Give Alex Burks an assist on that alley-oop, as RJ Barrett will go to the line for some free throws here. Knicks trail by 6. He gets the bounce. He scores here. Knicks down by 5, 45-50 with another free throw coming up. And he gets the bounce. He scores, so trail down by 4. So Knicks are perfect from the line tonight. Here's VanVleet. Scotty Barnes gets the ball, picked up by RJ. Broshier bouncing the ball back to VanVleet. 6 on the shot clock. Double team here. So Broshier is going to put the 3, and he misses. Rebound RJ Barrett. So Knicks, here comes the Knicks. Back to Julius. Julius back to Fournier. Now back to Julius on the right corner. Julius backs in. Julius starts backing into the paint, into the teeth of the defense. Passes to RJ. 3-pointer. Misses. Rebound. Siakam. RJ had a good look from the left side. He misses, fires. So here's VanVleet. VanVleet is going to put up a 3, and that's off the mark. Rebound, Scotty Barnes. Knicks, they got another possession for Toronto. They get a new shot clock. Here's Trent. Back to Barnes. Scotty Barnes passes to Siakam. 5 on the shot clock. Barnes from the circle. Misses. Rebound by Noel. Passes to RJ, and their little loose ball foul. So 9:51 as Noel got fouled. Noel starts grabbing body parts. You start worrying. He's like pepper mache out there. As they bring the ball up. Burks. Burks back to Alec. Alec passes it to Fournier on a curl for 3, and it's off the mark. Rebound Scotty Barnes. And they pick up that. Here's VanVleet. Long pass there to Trent Jr. Trent Jr. passes to Siakam. Siakam back to VanVleet. 13 on shot clock. VanVleet driving. Stops on a dime. Turns. Scotty Barnes is going to put up a 3, and that's off the mark. Air ball. Here's Julius with 9:15 in the third quarter. Julius driving. Julius going strong. Stops on a dime. Triple team. Passes to Noel. Noel. And he gets the foul. And he hits it. Chance for a 3-point play for Nolan's Noel coming a little alive here. So paper mache with a chance for a 3-point play. With 9:11 left here in the third quarter. Knicks will cut it down to 1-point game. He misses the free throw. VanVleet brings the ball up. 9 minutes. As Burks hounds VanVleet. VanVleet driving to the paint. He stops on a dime, spins. Good job by Burks. And the Knicks come up with the steal here. Here's Julius. Come on, get going. This is like he lets the teams get settled on defense. Here's Fournier back to Randle, and Nolan's Noel. Pepper mache cleans it up with the offensive, and we're tied at 50. So 6 points from Nolan's the Pepper Mache Noel. Here's Burks. I think I'm going to keep calling him that because he keeps scoring. Oh, here's Randle playing some defense. Randle come up with a steal. Randle gets fouled. So Randle igniting on the defense, leading to some offense. He'll be rewarded for his good defense with some free throws. That's what it is. Randle needs to go north to south. He goes north to south. Oh, no, they're not going to – no free throws. They're going to say it was before on the floor as the brain trust sits courtside as they inbound ball to Noel. Noel to RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett going strong off the glass. Pepper Mache tips the ball. He misses, but here comes Toronto. Passes it to Siakam, and he scored to Brochet. He scores. So he leads the fast break there. So that's not a good fast break point there. 50-52. And I think we have a timeout on the floor. So Thibodeau will call a timeout. Not getting back on transition. 8:08. So Knicks down by 2. So they're making a game there. Let's go Knicks. Yes, indeed. Salute to Jas. From the Philippines as well. Thank you guys, Philippines. It's 10 a.m. Saturday morning in the Philippines. Salute to the Philippines. Salute to Australia as well. Our friends from Australia that listens as well. Taiwan, Eddie from Taiwan that listens and watches along with us. Thank you to everyone from all different parts of the globe watching along with us. As the Knicks trying to playing a barn burner here, close game with and right now known as Noel giving some offense. We're just complaining a little bit. We're getting nothing out of the 5. We're getting nothing out of the center position, and Nolan's Noel been pretty offensive here with the alley-oop, the chance for a 3-point play, tipping balls there. So good to see there. Now we got to get when Mitchell Robinson's turn. We need to get him going as well. So right now we have a timeout on the floor. When we get back from the timeout, we are interesting to see that we have Leon Rose and Worldwide West sitting in with the team on this trip into Toronto. So the Knicks brass sitting there, and Jamaica as well. Excuse me. We have Jamaica. We have Trinidad and Tobago in the building. We have New York in the building. I'm here down in Orlando, Florida, cutting it down. Colorado with Kelvin. We also have Texas. We're all over the place. So we appreciate everyone listening in and joining us from Puerto Rico as well. So we salute to everyone. My friend Chester from Bahamas. I haven't seen him in a while in the chat, but I know he listens as well. Chester, I hope you're doing well in the Bahamas. In Dominican Republic as well, always joins us. Santiago and all that, and Rodriguez always watches along with us from Dominican Republic. We salute you guys as well. La República Dominicana siempre frente con nosotros, apoyando el programa. So thank you so much, guys. As we're getting ready to come to this timeout, let's get RJ Barrett going, man. I want an RJ Barrett quarter, man, who takes over here. That's what I'm looking for. The Rat Pack continues to play really well, elevate this lead, and RJ Barrett just have a phenomenal third quarter here in his home country. That's what I'm rooting. I'm being totally honest with cheerleading. I want RJ Barrett to get going here in this third quarter. Burks brings it up. Back to Burks. Bounce pass to RJ. RJ in the free throw circle. He's going to bring it back to reset. 10 on the shot clock. So RJ keeps the dribble. RJ with a screen. RJ passes it to Randle. 5 on the shot clock. Julius steps back for 3. Actually, for a long range jumper, misses. So he misses on a step back. Instead of going to the hoop, he decides to step back and shoot the long range. Here's VanVleet. Passes to Trent for 3. It's good. Rinse and repeat. So now up by 5. Julius with that bad shot. The team comes down in transition, hits the 3. When we've seen this so much this season. Here's RJ. Back to Burks. Burks, 10 on the shot clock to Randle. Back to Burks. Burks is going to shoot the 3. It's off the mark. Barnes come up with the rebound. Here's Rozier in the paint. He scores. 7-point lead. Yeah, I will get the bench up. Now don't wait for 2 minutes to get the bench in here. Let's go. down by 7. You cut this down to 2 points. Now they're on a run. Here's Fournier. Wide open three. It's good. So Fournier answers back. So here's the 3-pointer. So down by 4. Johnny Tommy wants to put the bench back in. Oh, good defense by Fournier. Got in, but Toronto comes up with the loose ball. Here's Brochere with the open shot. He hits it. So Chris Brochere hitting some open shots, some key mid range, and it extends back to 6. Filling in nice for Precious Achiuwa, who's out, and OG Anunoby, excuse me. I butchered his last name, guys. I know that. So here's RJ. RJ got hit, and he puts it up, but it's on the floor. So 6:09, 6:08 here. Knicks down by 6. Knicks will have it. They get a new shot clock. They keep possession on the foul. They'll inbound the ball here. No free throws. They're not in the bonus yet. Although RJ is trying to push his case that he was trying to go for. He was putting the shot up. He wasn't making a move up. They'll change it. So they'll change it to some free throws. So good job there. I was just showing RJ Barrett with Team Canada. So he'll go to the line, the youngster, the Canadian native. He hits the first free throw. He has another free throw coming up. I want to get this young man going in the right direction. And he hits a pair of free throws here. They got to play some defense now, the starting lineup. I'll read that question right now, Mr. Davis. Give you a second. When we get a pause in the break. Here's VanVleet. VanVleet passes it to Trent Jr. Trent Jr. steps back for 3, and this bounce offensive rebound by Brochere. Brochere misses it, so he's complaining he got hit. Here's the Knicks have a small fast break. Here's Fournier. Fournier with the passes to Julius Randle there. Siakam had a piece of it, right to Julius Randle, right place in the right time. Do you think that we really need more points from a center position opposed to the point guard, because we have players for that? I would like to get some scoring because you're playing 4-on-5, Mr. Davis. 4-on-5, it's not getting any points. You at least get a stretch 5. Thibodeau kind of said in his press conference, every team has 2 first 5, and he didn't kind of say we don't have any, but when he says something to the media, he's kind of indicating as Randle comes on the break, passes to RJ from the right side, 3, in and out, misses, rebound, loose ball. RJ comes up with it, passes to Burks, Burks to Randle, Burks. Knicks had a second possession. They got to try to capitalize. Burks with a long range and misses. So too bad they didn't capitalize on their second opportunity. So here comes Scotty Barnes. Scotty Barnes throws it up. No shots. Wild shot. He keeps it. Passes it back to VanVleet, and he throws a 3, and it's good. So there was a 3-second violation, and they did not call that. So Toronto got fortune. They hit a 3 there. He was Scotty Barnes for more than 3 seconds in the paint. No call there. 57-62 with 4:30 here. Knicks are in the battle here. Here's RJ. RJ bounce pass to Randle. Randle muscles it. Randle goes up strong. Misses, but loose calls a foul there on the floor. A little bit late call, but right on time. Yeah, I don't know. And Johnny Davis, Mr. Davis, if I had to choose, I'd rather have the point guard. Be honest with you. If we had to make a trade and you're going to tell me we're going to get a point guard, an NBA point guard, it doesn't have to be Damian Lillard type, and Julius hits the first free throw, 50, 52. I will go. Give me the point guard, because the point guard will set up and put everyone in the right position, in the right and run the offense. I'd rather have that. Be honest with you, if I could pick only one of the two. So right now, Mitchell Robinson comes in here with 4:23. Thibodeau waits until like 2 minutes, 4 minutes, 2 minutes to bring in. And Randle misses the free throw, brings it back up. Here's RJ. They get a second possession here. Here's RJ got fouled, and yes, he'll go to I don't know if they're in the bonus. Yes, Knicks are in the bonus. They'll go with some free throws coming up. So Knicks trying to make some noise here with RJ Barrett going back to the line. 4 minutes, 18 seconds. Knicks are in the bonus. They need to attack the paint. They need to attack the paint. They need to take advantage that they have. And RJ misses the first free throw. The first free throw is missed tonight. Has another free throw coming up. And he hits it. Davis got some good questions tonight here. As the Knicks play some defense, here's VanVleet, bounce pass to Siakam. Siakam passed the three. Now he takes a long range jumper, misses. Rebound by Barrett, 59-62 with 3:55 left here in the third quarter. It's Barrett driving. Barrett going to the paint. Barrett Euro step, and he scores. R.J. Barrett brings the Knicks down by 1. So I wanted to get Barrett getting going here. Here's Siakam. Siakam driving. Randle sticking with him. 13 on the shot clock. Good defense. Randle's engaged on defense. Randle, good defense. Passes the ball to VanVleet. Going to shoot a long three. Misses. Loose ball rebound. Toronto comes up with it. Here's Siakam. Fires up a three. Misses. So here comes Knicks. Toronto, not a good offensive selection there. Here's RJ. RJ again. RJ going strong to the basket. And he gets a foul call. That's what we said. They're in the bonus. Attack, attack, attack. So he'll go to the free throw line. Chris Boucher with a foul. So RJ go to the free throw line. So RJ with the Euro step. Nice move there by RJ Barrett. Oof. And he goes to the line here. He hits his first free throw. The Knicks tie the game up at 62 here. So good fight here from our starting unit to tie this game here. Maybe they got embarrassed by the second unit in that second quarter, and they said, "Well, we gotta get going there," especially with the team president and Worldwide West sitting in front, right courtside. So the Knicks actually take the lead here, 63-62. Maria in the building. Salute, salute, salute. I'm glad you're doing well. Here's a shot, misses the air ball, rebound. Here's a three, in, it's good. So Toronto comes back with a wide open three. So seesaw battle, Toronto takes the lead, 65-63. Here's Derek, back to RJ. They're freezing RJ, double team. RJ passes it, stolen, but right to Randle. Randle's going to shoot it, pass it to Fournier. Fournier misses a three, wide open. So they got to hit those shots. Here's VanVleet. They have to attack. Here's VanVleet trying to get a call, but no call there. Good non-call. As they pass the ball around, 12 on the shot clock. Scotty Barnes passes it. Here's Nwamba, passes to Scotty Barnes. Scotty Barnes, 7 on the shot clock. Barnes back to VanVleet. VanVleet driving. Good job by Fournier, stolen the ball. He finally stole the ball here. Here's RJ. Oh, he missed it off RJ and out of bounds. He wasn't anticipating that pass. So Toronto will have it. Looks like we're going to get a call of timeout on the floor here. And Mr. Lynn is back. Fournier with just handed to Randle. He's trying to get something going. The Knicks trying to push, and they turn the ball over there. But it's not a third quarter from doom. It's not a third quarter from doom. They're actually playing a little inspired. So let's hope that when the second unit comes, we start building and giving this team a lead here. Yeah, call a timeout on the floor. Timeout. Knicks trail by 2 here. They actually took the lead in this quarter. They actually had a lead for a couple seconds. No call third quarter from doom. No, not tonight. Not tonight, not yet. It's still 2 minutes though, but not yet. Interesting to see Leon Rose and Worldwide West sitting at courtside there. I know they always do travel well, but especially the way they're sitting tonight. Usually they sit under the basket. This time they're right at the Knicks bench. So I don't know if it's because it's the way the Toronto Center places them, or it's just they wanted to sit there. So it'd be interesting to see on that. There's still a commercial break. Thank you guys. Run those likes of those that haven't subscribed. Subscribe to the channel. We appreciate We thank you for giving us your Friday evening, your time. We appreciate it and watching along with us, enjoying this game right now, the ups and downs, the roller coaster that this game is. Ringmaster, what's going on? I hope I'm doing well. Welcome aboard to the Jedi Network. Big Task in the building. Big Task. Yes, I was wondering where Big Task was. Salute, salute, salute. Yes, indeed. Marlon Johnson. Z, what's up, Z? A to Z Media Z. That's one of the network, one of the many of our friends here in the network, part of the Jedi Network, in the chat. Salute, salute. Of course, Johnny Time is in the building. Z with running away from the bear. Yes, indeed, Big Task. John Starks was the undrafted player with the most career points for the Knicks. Yep, from the CBA. From the CBA, John Starks. And they bring down the ball to VanVleet here. 2-11 here. Knicks trail by 2. Knicks got to play some defense as the second unit. Right now, it's actually Fournier is only out there with the second unit as well with RJ. So here's VanVleet passes to Scotty Barnes. Good rotation here by the Knicks. Here's a drive. Here's a floater. It's good, but the Knicks play good rotation, but you have to play the whole possession. So they score. Rose in the game here. Derek keeps the dribble. Derek driving mid-range floater. It's good. So Derek Rose 65-67 here with a minute 29. VanVleet. Here's VanVleet. Dobie. He got Obi in the air. No call. No, they did. Referee called it late. So Obi Toppin got called in the air for a foul. So VanVleet will go to the line here for some free throws. Yes, indeed. 2011 MVP. Yes, indeed. Derrick Rose. As Emmanuel quickly will check in here with a minute 22 left in the third quarter. Knicks trail by 3. Another free throw coming up for Fred VanVleet. He has 13 points of the night, 3 of 7 from the field with 9 assists. 9 assists. I can't wait to say when one of our Knicks point guards have 9 assists finally. As Rose brings the ball up to RJ. I like this lineup. This is the best. This is my favorite lineup in all the Knicks right here. RJ to Rose to Mitchell Robinson. Here's Derrick Rose, 6 on the shot clock. Rose passes it quickly, open 3. It's off the mark. Here's an outback pass. RJ getting back. RJ contested. Good defense by RJ Barrett getting back there. Here's quickly. RJ on the fast break. RJ stops at the wing. RJ dribbling. RJ going strong to the basket. Puts it up off the glass. Misses. Loose ball. RJ comes up with it. Back to Toppin. Under and over. Blocked. So here comes Scotty Barnes. Scotty puts it up. And they're going to call a offensive foul. So Knicks, good job there. Knicks getting back, playing hard. Obi Toppin missed that reversal. It was 2 underneath the basket. And good job for the Knicks going back. And Rose puts his body and gets the charge call. So good job by Derrick Rose there. As Knicks will bring it up here with 31 seconds. Knicks will shoot to play 2 for 1. They want, but here's quickly to Rose. Rose thought about he drives back to RJ. RJ from the right side 3. It's off the mark. Rebound. Ooh, just off of Toppin's hands. Here comes Toronto bringing the ball up here with Delhub for the last possession here. Knicks trail by 4, which will be the last possession of the quarter. VanVleet. 2 on the shot clock. He's going to put up a long 3 and misses. Rebound. The quarter comes to an end. Knicks trail by 4. 69-65. Man, so the Knicks hanging in there from that terrible first quarter. Hanging in there, playing a much better inspired game going forward the second and third quarter. They didn't have the third quarter from Dune, but they still trail on the road by 4. So Knicks trail 69-65. Let's see if I get the stats going here. So far, the Knicks are shooting 37.3% from the field, 22 out of 59 Toronto shooting 23 of 65, 35.4% from the field. The Knicks are shooting 37.3 from three-point land. They have put 59 three-point shots, have made 22. Toronto has put up 65 and hit 23. That's 35.4% from three-point land. The Knicks are 14 out of 17 for 82.4% from the free throw line. Toronto is 14 out of 17, 18.4 from the free throw line. Rebounds, 40 rebounds to New York, 1939 for Toronto, 9 offensive by 10 offensive rebounds for Toronto. Knicks have 13 assists. Toronto has 16 assists. 2 blocks for New York, 4 for Toronto. Knicks have 4 steals. Toronto has 9 steals. 9 steals. 9 steals. And the points in the paint, Knicks have 30 points to Toronto's 20. And of course, Johnny Timon says we should have picked up Kelly Oubre. It's a good question to debate there. Kelly Oubre is playing okay for Toronto, for Charlotte. So we shall see. Fourth quarter time with the Rat Pack. Can the Rat Pack give the starting unit a nice, comfortable? I'll sign up if you give me an 8-point lead and handing it over to the starting unit with 5 minutes left to see if they could hold it. I'll sign up for that right now on the road. What is all that in Toronto with all those wires, and they have a trolley. He's not playing okay. He's playing real good. The last 10 games, averaging 24. Okay, he's all right. I'm glad. And thanks for telling me about how Kelly Oubre is playing. I know he's been a lot on the highlights. So I didn't see it. Thank you, Big Task. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the love. I appreciate that there. As we start the fourth quarter here, New York playing some on D. He's that young man. I was wondering why he didn't play. He's Trent Jr. 3 on the shot clock. So step back for 3, man, and he gets them. Fortuitous bounce. So Gary Trent Jr. with a serendipity bounce with the 3-pointer, 72-65 here. Wow, even the bounce passes are going against the Knicks here. Faith is against the Knicks this early season. As Rose back to Toppin, back to Rose, 7 on the shot clock. Rose got to make a move here. Rose driving, loses the ball. Last touch out of bounds with 1.7 seconds here. Yes, more aggressive with Rose. I agree with you. I agree, Ramon. So they'll inbound here. Has to be a catch and shoot immediately. 1.7 seconds here. Well, they have time to catch it, and Mitchell Robinson with a thunderous dunk but misses. And are we Topping with the? Did he go through or no? They call offensive foul here. Let's see the replay here. Oh, he was blocked. I thought it was going down. It was a block, so shot clock violation. So Mitchell Robinson got blocked. Oof. 11 minutes here, 72-65. Here's Trent from the curl. In and out. Toppin comes up with the rebound to Rose. Derrick Rose. Indeed it is. Here's Derrick. Derrick. Floater. Wow. Obi Toppin with the stuff. 67-72 there. Woo. He used the force, Obi. Here's a drive. Up of the glass. Misses. Here comes Rose. Knicks have some numbers here. Here's quickly. Holds it dribble. In between his legs. Quickly. Got bumped there, and they're going to call a push-off. Offensive foul. Mitchell Robinson. The foul's on Robinson for the screen. Let's see where the play was. No, that was kind of the hip check there. I was a little soft there, but it is what it is. 67-72. Here's Trent. Back to him, but back to. Here's a drive. Stop on a dime. Back to 3-1, but with a 3. It's off the mark. Rebound, Burks. Burks is back in the game. Here's Alec. Alec brings the ball up here. He has an advantage. He starts backing in. Burks into the paint. Puts it up. No call, and there's a foul call. Yes. So Flynn. I was wondering where Flynn was. I was wondering where was Flynn. He hasn't played, and came in late here. Flynn sporting the classic blowout. I like his blowout there. As Burks will go to the line here. He hits the first free throw. 68-72 with 9:48. Hopefully we get a Burks to take over here in the fourth quarter. We haven't had that in quite some time. He was the closer last year for the Knicks, with the starting duties and the ball handling. You've seen the different Burks. Burks missed the free throw, but good live by Mitchell Robinson. Here's Toppin asking for the ball here with 8 on the shot clock. Toppin, an offensive foul. Obi Toppin calling for an offensive foul. So we've seen Obi getting aggressive there. As Trent Jr. brings the ball up with 9:35 here in the fourth quarter left in the game. Here's Floyd, excuse me. Trent Jr. And he misses the shot. And they're going to go lose ball foul on the floor. Now the refs are starting to call ticky-tack. You guys are doing so well. You guys are letting the game flow, and now you guys are getting too ticky-tack. Come on, let the game flow naturally. As they inbound the ball here. 12 on the shot clock. Spins. Nwamba for the three, and it's missing. Rebound by Toppin. So Toppin is shutting himself on the glass as well. Here's quickly, though those says that Toppin can rebound. He could rebound. He's got a lot of rebounds tonight. And here's Toppin going strong, and no call. Mitchell Robinson going up, no call again. And they're going to call a foul. Let's bring in Z. What's up, Z?
Not much. How's everybody doing? How you doing, Kev?
Doing good, man. Doing good. I hope you're doing well, man.
Oh, I'm doing good, man. Just got done with movie night for the family and gonna catch up on this fourth quarter here.
Awesome. Mitchell Robinson will go to the line here for some free throws, Z.
Yeah, he hasn't impressed me this year. That athleticism and that weight, adding that weight really hurt him. And he's just, I don't know, he's always hurt. We need to get rid of Mitch. I don't care how many people get mad at me.
He hits a free throw. He has another one coming up. And, of course, Romar wants more playing time for Derrick Rose.
I would want it too, and so does everybody, but you can't. With the way his knees are, he's got to be managed his minutes.
Yeah, he wears down. If he plays like 35 minutes, 30 minutes, then he's off for a couple games, a shot and everything. As Mitchell
And it
Robinson
shows,
disappeared.
the numbers show after 25 minutes, he's pretty much useless.
Yeah, he needs like 2 or 3 games to recover on that. As Julius Randle is going to come back in here with 9 minutes here. Let's see at whose expense. Nine minutes here, a 2-point game here. Randle steps in here they're going small ball for Mitchell Robinson. So he's leaving Toppin out there. Yes.
The energy, I've watched the whole end of the third, start of the fourth. The whole energy from Julius and Obi together is really nice. They both have been really energetic. So, good move.
I think it works with certain matchups. Quickly got called for a foul.
Well, they went small ball too with Siakam. So
yeah,
and Scotty Barnes. So Scotty Barnes is another prospect I love.
Yeah, he's playing really well. Flynn, I was wondering where he was off court. He played him now in the fourth quarter, and Flynn misses the first free throw. So could he be out of rotation, out of favor with Nick
No,
Nurse?
He's a starter. Maybe he's coming back from injury.
No, Flynn did not start tonight.
Not Flynn, Scotty Barnes.
No, I know. No, I'm talking about Flynn. I haven't seen him play until the second half, fourth quarter. Yeah, he's been a pest for the Knicks last year.
Yes, he can shoot.
Yeah, I'm surprised that maybe he fell out of rotation, or like you said, maybe injuries. Here's Rose back to Randle. Randle ran to the triple team, but he passes out a top and open three, misses. And Burks almost had that steal there. Siakam.
That was a good job by Julius, though, to pass out of that triple team. It was a nice look.
That's it was. As much as we eradicate him, here's quickly. 8 minutes here left in the game. Knicks down by 3. Quickly, 13 on the shot clock. Quickly, looks up, 7 on the shot clock, quickly dribbling, keeps his dribble. He's got Siakam. He needs to break him down. He's gonna pass the top, and Top is gonna shoot another three. Toppin hits it, 3-pointer. Obi Toppin used the force. We tied at 73 all. Yes,
Bang!
indeed. Bang bang.
Sorry, I can't do it too loud. Family's asleep, but
Obi, Obi. And here's
Johnny
Siakam.
Timing, man. If I can, just salute to Johnny Timing, man. Hope all is well. Miss you, buddy.
And Trent hit a tough fall away. The Raptors up by 2. Here's Burks. Passes it to Rose. 10 on the shot clock. Derek driving mid-range, off the mark, misses. Rebound. Scotty Barnes. 7 minutes left in the game as Flynn brings the ball up. Picked off there. Nice pick there by Siakam, but Flynn keeps it. Toppin steps back. Good job by Toppin. Loose ball foul. Randle came pushing in the back there. Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
So,
that was okay defense. The good and the difference is between okay defense and terrible defense is Obi Toppin got shook by Malachi Flynn, right? And most of the time, defenders would just pretty much let him shoot lazily, get out. You saw the spring, and he actually tried to get out and contest the shot. Although it wasn't a great contest, he still ended up missing. Well, he probably wouldn't have missed if you just would have gave up on the play. So that shows that defense is just energy and effort and hustle. That's all it is.
And then there's a possibility with his athleticism that he could actually get up and disrupt that. That's why the shooter is not going to have that. They'll shoot it wide open, but not with that 100% confidence, because this guy could come with his athleticism, could come out of nowhere and just get a finger or a hand to disrupt it. He may not block it, but maybe a partial finger or something, and that's why you kind of get in their head of rushing them a little bit. See?
Exactly. And it's just, my thing is, it's very, what I mean by that is if we show effort and energy on defense, even if we're bad across the board, even if we're bad defenders, there's a chance we could get some stops.
As Z sounds like a character from Star Wars there with the microphone issues.
How's that? Is that better?
That sounds better. You sound.
My apologies.
I thought I was at the bar at the Star Wars scene when they're talking to get on the Millennium Falcon.
Oh. Well, my apologies.
No, nothing wrong with it. Just wanted to point that out on a Friday night, being silly here. Hopefully the Knicks could get us, smile and finish off.
May the Jedi Force be with you.
Yes, indeed, and may the Knicks be with you. Absolutely. Z. Now that we have a timeout, it's interesting to see Wallright West and Leon Rose are sitting right by the bench where Thibodeau is. Usually they sit they sit under the basket usually.
It's amazing. I'm sure we'll have that conversation after the game to wrap things up possibly. But, yeah, I have a few theories on that, and we both do together. So maybe we could talk about it after the game.
Yes, indeed. I want to salute Alex Calderon watching us on the Facebook app. Salute to Alex Calderon. As we still in a commercial break, we'll get that there. So thank you for everyone listening. So Z, just to let you know, we had our first chat interaction from Scotland.
From who? You were breaking out there.
From Scotland.
Scotland?
Yes, indeed.
Awesome. What was the name?
I'll get it for you in a minute. I got it all. It was early in the games. And
that's
scores.
Awesome.
Scotty Barnes. They just scored there on that inbound play. So, the Knicks gotta play defense. They can't trade baskets here. They cannot.
Yeah, especially with a team with hot shooters like Trent and VanVleet and all those guys. They can get hot
Toppin. Quick. Again, 75-77. Ooh, baby.
He's looking good tonight, man.
Ooh, he's his breakout. Here's VanVleet. Rose keeps with him. Siakam from the free throw line. Misses the jumper. Loose ball rebound. Rose comes up with it. Rose in the lane. Rose driving. A lot of contact. No call there. Wow, he had around 3 Toronto Raptors. No call. Here's VanVleet. 15 on the shot clock. Here's VanVleet. He's going to shoot it. And off the mark. Rebound Rose. Rose looking the outlet there. He's got Obi. Bounce past to Obi Toppin. And Obi Toppin misses the dunk but gets fouled. Obi Toppin becoming a problem here for everyone.
Man, you see his energy, you see his athleticism, and you see how he never quits on a play. And especially a guy that isn't. He doesn't have all the tools Julius does. I'm not saying I'm Julius is the future. I'm not saying that he's going to be here decade. Well, what I'm saying is he doesn't have the playmaking or one-on-one skills yet, but he has the athleticism and the hustle and the heart and the motor that you cannot teach. So he's always going to be effective in a game.
Oh, yeah. As there's a timeout right now. As Leon Rose urges on Obi Toppin there. Ooh, he just missed that.
Wow.
I'm looking at it again there. He got hit in the head. So, hey, they could check this for a flagrant. He got hit in the head. And
yeah, it has to be intentional, but they definitely should review it. They review every other team. Why not review some Knicks plays?
No, they are. They're doing it. They're checking it out. See if it's
Oh, yeah.
flagrant.
No, I just meant for the past few games, it seems we don't get any calls.
Mm-hmm. And the top and neck. Oh, he got hit in the side of the head there. He swatted at it. So anyone that let us know what was the call on the floor, I will appreciate that.
Romar in the chat says, "Oh my God, no call."
Right now, that's just our friend Kenny McLean from Scotland. That's the gentleman that was there earlier. So again,
salute KJ. Appreciate you for tuning in. And the Bronx, the Jedi Force is is worldwide. I mean, reaching everybody. That's great. I mean, make sure you subscribe and tell your friends in Scotland to tune in.
So Toppin, 76-77. And
I agree with Big Task.
He hits a pair of free throws. We're tied even at 77. Only Toppin gets that.
Yep, hitting his free throws, and we should have a lead right now if RJ and Julius could knock theirs down.
We're all tied at 77 here. Here's VanVleet. Rose, keep with him. Here's Barnes, 6 on the shot clock. Scotty Barnes got Rose on the switch. So he's gonna drive. He drives and pushes back. Floater is good. So Scotty Barnes just uses his height there, his advantage. They put the Raptors up by 2. Rose stood with him all the way. Here's Burks. Back to Rose. Back to Randle. 10 on the shot clock. Julius. Back to Rose. 8 on the shot clock. Derrick Rose. Passes the top, and Top is going to shoot the 3 off the mark. Air ball. Rebound. Rose. Blocked by Rose. We got to put it up. The shot clock violation, and it is. So, man. So the guards are getting the offensive rebounds where we want to see our bigs get the offensive rebound. So it's interesting there. But the Knicks down by 2 here with 4:47 here. Toronto's possession.
Yeah, and a lot of times games, when you talk about offensive rebounds, those long rebounds, those 50-50 balls, whatever team gets them definitely has the advantage. So we got our bigs got to clean up.
Siakam passes VanVleet wide open 3. Randle did not rotate, and that hit the 3 there. Rose was stuck on Siakam, and Randle left VanVleet wide open and hits that 3 there. Knicks down 82-77 as Bobby February's in the building. What's up, Bobby? Haven't seen you in a while. I'm glad you're here. Here's Rose. Rose back to quickly. 7 on the shot clock. Manuel quickly back to Toppin. He's going to shoot another 3. And this off the mark. Scotty Barnes boxed out RJ Barrett there with 4:03 here. Here's Barnes. Here's VanVleet. VanVleet driving. VanVleet putting it up. Obi Toppin disrupted that there, but here comes the Knicks. Quickly. Holds it up. Quickly is going to shoot the 3 off the mark. Quickly wasn't set there. Here comes Siakam. Siakam has a 2-on-1 Euro step, and he calls for a foul. So he'll go to the line here.
That was still a smart move by Quickly. That was a good shot. Just got to make them, because he had pass originally in his mind, and the defense collapsed away from him. So if you give Mayo Quickly a wide open 3 like that, I'll take it.
Yeah, but he was stuck. He was stopped for so long that he needed another in rhythm. He wasn't in rhythm. He stopped too long. Siakam goes to the line with 3:40 left in the game here. He has a pair of free throws here. So much better effort ever since that second quarter, but they're still climbing up a hill. You know, you can't beat yourself on hills and expect to have outcomes. You got to put a 48-minute performance here. And the Knicks that first quarter, that pre-trick for first quarter right now is hampering them here.
Yeah, and the defense has played well, only giving up 80 couple points with 3 minutes, all under 4 minutes to go. You put yourself in a good position to win if you can do that every game. But the offense just doesn't look that great tonight. Doesn't look in rhythm.
The Rat Pack is what kept this game going, and they didn't have that third quarter of doom. That's why this game is much more closer than we have here so far, as they call a timeout.
It just seems that they can't put a game 48 minutes together, a complimentary basketball yet.
Yeah, a complete game.
Yeah, you got to play complimentary basketball on both ends of the floor for 48 minutes with energy, heart, hustle, all those 50-50 balls fighting for them. You gotta do the fundamental things for 48 minutes.
Interesting to see.
I haven't seen a game where we've done that.
Yeah, you're correct. Interesting to see. I haven't seen Noel return back on the floor. It's been quite some time.
And maybe it's Tom Thibodeau trying to do an adjustment because they went small ball with Siakam and Scotty Barnes at the 4. So those two guys, Julius Randle is much bigger at the 4 than Scotty Barnes and more experienced, and Obi Toppin is more athletic than Pascal Siakam. So I like the adjustment there, and that might have been what's keeping the game kind of close too, because the energy and intensity is there. So Tibbs is not afraid to make adjustments, contrary to popular belief.
Correct. Yeah, it's interesting to see because Noel in the first 5 minutes of the third quarter was very instrumental. Getting offensive rebounds, getting to the line.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, he was pretty good, but we don't expect that from him. And I'm not calling. It's interesting that I'm not calling him to close the game out. I want offensive play, but I'm surprised that he's been sitting there. But it's an interesting fact.
Yeah, Obi's earned more minutes tonight.
Yes.
So and Tibbs is seeing that, and he's giving him more minutes, and it's good to see. But at the same time, too, Mitch isn't closing out the games.
No. And right now, we're so back here. Yeah, you're right. No,
I think it's just a matchup thing.
I agree. Obi Toppin with 19 points tonight, 6 of 14, 6 of 6 with 10 rebounds. So he's a double-double tonight. Career high in 10 rebounds for Obi Toppin.
Only 23 minutes.
Obi using the force. He looks tired right now a little bit. So.
And the important thing here, 6 for 6 from the free throw line. Even though he's tired, he's close to a career high in minutes, and he's still hitting his free throws. So that's good.
Do you think you'll see him back here? Do you think Thibodeau will call him, or do you think his night is done with 3:40 left here?
I don't know. It depends on, because they didn't really go huge because they got Fournier, RJ, Burks, Randle, and Quickly, right? Or Derrick Rose. I can't see. Derrick Rose. Yeah. So they went with 4 guards. And Julius Randle.
Fournier, who has been on the bench and really has another not so hot game for Fournier. But here's Randle going north to south. Randle gets the bucket and the foul. So Randle, when I always say when he goes north to south, this is where he cooks. So Julius Randle will go to the line.
Especially against Boucher or Siakam, which Siakam's a great player. I've liked him for a long time. But these guys would never be able to keep up with the physicality as you see Randle takes it into where 3 guys collapse on him. He's just more physical, so he's got to do that. Most of the time on the court, he's one of the most strongest guys on the floor, so he's got to use that. You're right.
He hits the free throw, so Knicks down by 4, 80-84. The Knicks got to make some stops here, play some defense. As VanVleet gets the ball, passes it to Siakam. Siakam passes it to Barnes with a dunk. So give Siakam an assist there. Too easy to actually Boucher. No, it was Siakam. Who scored there.
No, Siakam to Scotty Barnes.
Yeah.
So
the assist goes to Siakam. That's who I wanted to give the assist to. Here's Rose. Thought about it. Passes it to Burks. Fournier had a triple. They're rotating. Toronto's rotating. RJ Barrett for a 3. It's good. 3-pointer. RJ Barrett cuts down the three. 86-83.
Making some big buckets. Him and Julius making some big plays so far to start this stretch in the fourth. Can't trade baskets though. Got to capitalize.
They have to play some
Jerome
defense
Peralta,
here.
what's up, man?
With 2:25 here. Shot clock at 3. VanVleet rises for 3. Air ball. This going to be a shot clock violation. No, out of bounds. Excuse me. So I thought it was a shot clock, but he was out of bounds. So Knicks will have it. A chance to tie here. Down. They don't go. They don't need to go for the 3 here. They could get the 2.
Yep.
They have plenty of time here.
Take the easiest bucket possible. Don't worry about a 3. Don't worry about getting contact. Just get an easy bucket.
Here's
Pass up a
Fournier
good shot for
driving,
a great shot.
passing it to Burks. Back to RJ. RJ driving, floats up the floater. It's good. Knicks down by 1, 85-86, with 2 minutes left in the game. RJ
Most
Barrett
important
coming
thing about
on.
that possession, Kev, they didn't take too much time off the clock, so they have a chance to continue to keep getting the lead as long as they get stops.
And there's offensive foul called. Knicks will have it here. Turnover.
Yeah, this lineup seems to work with the 4 guards. Let's be honest, none of those are forwards, and then Julius Randle. This lineup seems to work against Toronto.
See, and it was on that pick there. Oh, push off by Trent. He pushed off with 2 hands there. So here's Rose. Rose puts a jumper. It's good. Knicks take the lead. 87-86 with a 140 here on the road. Now that the defense. Can the Knicks prevail here? With a minute and 35 seconds. VanVleet. They just got to rotate their man. Oh, he got away with another push himself there. VanVleet
Yep.
fighting off that. Picked up by Randle. 7 on the shot clock. Back to Trent Jr. Trent Jr. ball back 3. It's off the mark. Loose ball, smack back. Here's VanVleet for a 3 in rhythm. It's off the mark. Another offensive rebound for Toronto. Here's Trent Jr. for a 3. It's good. Oh, my God. Heartbreaker. 89-87.
That's what happens when you put in a bunch of guards.
And the crowd goes on their feet in Toronto. Timeout. Ah, man.
Drag this team into the ocean.
Oh, man. Gary Trent Jr., they were firing the 3. Oh, man. But they have to team rebound. Timeout right now.
I mean, that's horrible. And it's not even just that they're small. There was no boxing out. There was no attempt at a rebound by the Knicks there. There was no fight.
No fight, no effort. And they stop. Once the ball get back. They're going to try to go for 3. So you had to, I'd rather them surrender the easy bucket on the paint than that wide open 3. But it is what it is. So timeout. Thibodeau hopefully relay that message. Let's see who he'll come out. If he's going to continue with the same. If Toppin remains on the bench.
Looks like Mitchell Robinson's got a back brace on, so looks like he's not coming back in.
No, he's been wearing it. He's been wearing it since all game pretty much when he's not on the court.
He's got I don't know, just his body language, his mannerism seems like he's not coming back in. So
no, I don't think he'll close out. I think the Knicks will close out with Randle at the 5. I don't see them. So 2-point game here, 87-89 with a minute and 11 here. Plenty of time here. So Rose will bring the ball up. They don't have to go for 3. They could tie this game here. Derrick Rose brings the ball here. Derrick, screen by Randle. Back to Fournier. Fournier to Rose. Rose gives you dribble. Rose penetrating. Rose to the paint. Pass it to Burks. Burks driving. Pass it to RJ. RJ 9 on the shot clock. RJ Barrett going to the ball. He puts it up. Wow shot. Loose ball. Loose ball. Last touch. Off the Knicks. So they need to want to review this. They could review it. With 50.1 seconds here. What they change the call here, or what's the call here? See RJ
I'm actually like 5 to 7 seconds behind you, so I'm waiting. Looks like it's gonna be Nick Ball.
It looks like VanVleet touched it last there, but let's see. They don't show him where.
No, that's off of Julius. That's off of Randle.
And we call another. Is there a timeout or what's going on? They're gonna. Thibodeau wants to review it. So they're going to the replay center, but he doesn't need to use the challenge. He's going to challenge. I thought under 2 minutes, the goes into the hands of the officials, but we'll see what the discussion here is.
And another huge thing to realize that the Toronto's already in the bonus, so no fouls to give. And that's what's going to be hard. Yeah, that went off of Julius in the leg area.
Oh, for RJ's leg, actually. Well, either way, it's going to wait. It looks like VanVleet, but then it's actually
I don't think
VanVleet.
there's.
It's
I
not a
really
clear.
don't
It's
think
not
there's enough.
clearing. There's not
Yeah,
evidence
there's
of
not enough to
clearing,
overturn it.
and these refs are not going to turn it. What's
Even
going
if it
on?
was clear, then they wouldn't overturn it because it's the Knicks.
Mr. Valdez in the building. What's going on? A
And the good
Toronto
luck
fan.
charm, the good luck charm of the channel's in there too. Come on, let's go.
So this is a very important call here.
And if it comes out that it's Raptors ball, we got to have full court pressure and try to trap. Go with the rookie. I know he's a smart player, but Scotty Barnes, if he's still in the game, try to trap him and see what he does. He's a young guy, first year in the league. He hasn't been in this many positions, so make him make a decision that's going to beat you. Don't put it in the hands of Siakam, who's won a championship and's proven. Don't put it in Fred VanVleet's hands because these guys know. John Davis. But these guys know, how to win a title, let alone a regular season close game. So I would make sure Scotty Barnes gets trapped or someone along those lines.
Here's the call. It looks like the Knicks got it for some reason. He's elaborating for a long time.
It's overturned. Julius said Knicks ball.
Wow. Derrick Rose with 11 points, my friend. 11 points. Francis, 11 points for Derrick Rose tonight. 11 points, 4 assists, 6 rebounds. 32 minutes. So he's playing a lot of minutes right now. I went off of Toronto's foot. Okay. So good call
I mean,
there.
it did. It did. I just didn't think there was enough to overturn it, clear and concise. But hey, I'm not going to complain. And now we got to get an easy basket.
We need to tie this. We need to take advantage here.
Look for a backdoor. I'd run some backdoor action with Evan Fournier cutting behind his
Here's
defender
Rose.
right here for an easy
Rose.
two.
Back to Julius. Julius, no handle Randle getting swatted, and Knicks will have the ball here with 8 on the shot clock.
They try to force the ball to Julius. All Evan Fournier had to do was backdoor right there. Gary Trent wasn't really paying attention. It would have been an easy layup.
As the Knicks will inbound the ball here with 8 on the shot clock. Derrick Rose will be the inbounder. Under the basket, 45.5 seconds here. Rose to Julius. 7 on the shot clock. Julius has Siakam. Julius needs to make a move here. Julius, again, gets the ball swatted. Double team. Passes to Burks. Burks going to throw a wild one. Loose ball. It just doesn't look great. Well, Julius always loves to wait for the double team to come to him to make a move. 29 seconds here. The Knicks have to defend here. They'll have the opportunity if they play the shot clock and get possession here to tie. Here's Siakam. Siakam. He's got Rose. He's going to take the long jumper. It's off the mark. Bad shot by Siakam. Knicks got a favorable shot here, and the Knicks going to have to try to tie here. Here's RJ Barrett. Back to Julius. Julius is going to shoot the three. It's in and out. Misses. And it's it. 8.8 seconds. Julius Randle misses that wide open three, and Toronto, they're going to win this game.
And it was a good. I mean, anytime a shot's in and out, it was a good shot. It's just that's how the basketball falls, man. You're not going to make them all. What I don't like is how Julius, right after he misses a big shot, is smiling and laughing it off. Like, you just lost a game. And the possession before that, when he was on offense, he literally...
Big task. You're so correct.
That was such a low... I'm talking about the post-up on the out-of-bounds play with about 45 seconds left. That was such a low IQ play. I don't care who it is. You got to demand more out of your players.
Ooh, there's still an opportunity here. With 0.6 seconds, Knicks down by 3. They'll get to inbound the ball. So catch and shoot. This game is not quite over yet, guys. Now, I don't want Randle taking the last shot. I'm sorry. He never hits it since last season. How many games he lost with him taking the final shot? It's time to develop
He
another
only
player.
he only made one in Philadelphia to force overtime about this same situation. It was a lucky bounce.
Yeah, that's it.
But
That's it.
that last shot, even though it didn't go in, was a good shot. It went in and out. It just doesn't. That's how the rim works, man. It was on
Final.
target. It had enough. It had enough um, umph behind it. And but I'm getting a guy with a quick release. RJ's release is too slow. Julius's release is too slow. Rose jumps 10 feet in the air before he shoots, so that is too slow. I'm looking for Burks. Quickly's not in the game, but I want Burks or a Quickly type to make this shot because they have quick releases being zero point 0.6 seconds on the shot clock.
Burks
I mean, on the
quickly or
game clock.
Fournier. I'm okay, even though Fournier has stunk all
Yeah, he has a
season.
quick release.
I'm okay with Fournier. Got the money here. I'm going either Burks or Fournier in this to get this final 3-point shot. If Quickly's not going to get it, but either or, I'm fine. Just don't want to see Randall take it.
Well, you can't have Randle and RJ take this shot because their release is horrible, horribly slow. They're not as quick. We'll see.
Here we go. And the scoreboard already ruined it, so they'll inbound the ball. Let's see. Let me see with my eyes what kind of how it looks. As Burks is the inbounder.
Yeah, that scoreboard's gotta be back on time with us.
It's impossible. Oh, RJ missed it. But oh man, RJ had a good look there. RJ had a
No,
really good look there.
that wasn't a good look. That was a bad shot.
It
That was a
wasn't.
terrible shot.
Mm,
You throw it in. You throw it in by Burks to a guy guarded by three people, and he just throws it up from behind. That's unorthodox. That's horrible.
and
Fournier and Rose were both.
he
I mean,
rose
let's see where
high
Fournier
enough, man.
was. Down screen. Fournier was not. Yeah, no one was open. That was a horrible inbounds play in and of itself. Nobody was open.
Yeah, but RJ almost bailed them out with a bad play there, man. Knicks fall there. My God, now it's a 2-game losing streak here. And haven't played well whatsoever. Continue to stay under 500. My goodness, there's a lot to talk about
Lottery,
here.
here we come.
Let's get rid of this here. Wow, guys, what's your thoughts on that? Hopefully, G Money will come in a minute.
That was terrible. I mean, that was a horrible out of bounds play. And I don't know, you couldn't even tell if it was a bad play that was drawn up or because it was so horribly executed. If you notice, they were lackadaisical on their screens. RJ set a down screen on the baseline for Julius Randle, and they were walking. Fournier got a down screen from Rose, they were both walking. Why are you walking with 0.6 left? You got to cut with purpose to get a good shot off. I mean, you have point. It's not like you have. If it was 10 seconds, then okay, you can still get it in, get a play set up. Even 5 seconds, but no, not with 0.6. You gotta. And then where's the? I don't know. There needs to be more opportunities there, and that was just a terrible decision for that play. Whether it was Coach Tibbs drawing up a bad one, or if it was the players not executing, or if it was both. I think there was a little bit of both. But at the same way, it's a horrible shot. You can't put RJ Barrett in that position. I'm not blaming RJ, but that was a terrible shot. He had to try to bail us out. That was terrible.
Like for the circumstance, he you might say it's not a good shot, whatever. But me personally, the way he rose up and be able to get that shot and hit the front of the rim,
Hmm.
for a
That was
bad
that was
shot,
okay by him.
he adjusted well.
That
Give
was
him
all right by him trying to bail us out. But the thing is, you can't expect, I don't care who it is on this team, to catch the ball, jump 3 feet higher than not 3 feet, I'm exaggerating, but jump higher than they
I know
ever
what you
would
mean.
in a jump shot, turn around midair, three people guarding you with a hand up contesting to even make a shot. That's not a good shot. But that's not RJ's fault. That's the whole team not executing the out of bounds play. I think the original first option was RJ setting a down screen for Julius. Okay, why isn't Noel or Robinson? Why aren't any of those guys in the game to set a down screen if that's what you're trying to do to get Julius involved? Or why are you not running through screens, running hard, trying to do at least try something like the Reggie Miller push off a little bit? Try something. 0.6 seconds left. You have to run the out of bounds play with purpose. They didn't execute the out-of-bounds play, caused RJ to take a horrible shot to try to bail him out, and he almost did, but that's terrible.
Right.
What's up, G Money? Gideon, what's going on? Talk to
Salute.
us what we saw tonight.
What's going on? Salute Z. Salute BX. This was a crazy game. To start the game, it looked like the Raptors were going to put the Knicks to extinction. The route, they were up 20. We battled our way back. Got the lead a few times. And like you said, Z, that even though I'm happy we battled back, at the same time, why wait till you're down 20 to fight our way back against a team that's been mediocre at home? Again, the Raptors have good talent with Barnes, Gary Trent made big shots for the Raptors today. VanVleet, Pascal, who struggled offensively but did other things. But I'm like, this is a game that even though I'm happy we battled back, this is a game that we could have had. But to me, we lost the game on that rebound right there. Remember when it was 87-86 New York? I think VanVleet missed a free at the left wing. You gotta crash that glass. Then you get salute everybody, salute Kelvin, and then you let Gary Trent hit the three to give him the lead. And then after that, we didn't score. It was 89-87. We got another stop, and RJ was pushing ahead, full speed ahead. Do you guys think it was a good play by RJ to kick out to Randle for the three ball because it just rimmed out? What do you guys think?
Yeah, that was the only play. I mean, the defense collapsed. Julius had a good shot; it just didn't go in. When a shot's in and out, no matter who it is, I don't care who it was on this team. When a shot's in and out, and he was wide open, it was a good shot. But the greatest shooter of all time makes less than half of his threes. It is what it is. And in clutch time, that in like game winning or game tying shots, that percentage goes down tremendously for anybody.
Right.
People that are considered clutch goats. Kobe shot what? Correct me if I'm wrong, G Money, but like 28% in game winning or game tying shots.
Yeah.
And that's Kobe's considered one of the best to ever do it in clutch situations. People can't expect. I know Randle only made one off a lucky bounce in game time, game winning decisions, but you can't even Melo. You can't expect guys to be as clutch. That's why you got to drop better plays,
right?
Or you got to execute the plays better. Like that last inbounds play, that was horrible.
That was a bad play. Like letting RJ should have faded away at the right wing with Raptors on him. I felt that they could have done like a curl for. I know Fournier may not be the clutchest player, but he has had some big shots here and there. I would have done like a curl for Fournier to either do it maybe either at the corners or somewhere at the wing at the top of the key to try.
Well,
something like
Money,
that.
that's what they tried to do. Derrick Rose set a down screen for Evan Fournier to get a top of the key look, and RJ Barrett set a down screen for Julius at the baseline. But Evan Fournier and RJ Barrett and Julius Randle, all those guys didn't run through the screens, didn't execute and set a good screen. They didn't run through it. There was no effort.
Right.
There was no intent. They acted like they already lost the game. That's the best way I could put it.
True. And even
they acted like they already lost. And they had a shot, like Kev said, 0.6 seconds.
And you can tell by even Randall's laughing. Like, Randall, why are you laughing? Because the shot rimmed out? It's not funny. Like, remember he rimmed out the trade was laughing? Dude, it's not that funny. I mean, I'm happy we battled back. Obi had a great game with his athleticism stretching the floor. I'm happy that our bench played well. But this was another game, even though, again, I'm not trying to be negative because, again, our bench played their butt off, in my opinion. Our bench played well. And Mitch had his moments here and there defensively. But this was another game we blew because, one, the bad first quarter start, and two, offensive rebounding. That's what cost us the game for me.
I mean, with all that being said, we had a chance to win the game at the end, and we couldn't execute an out-of-bounds play. I mean, you can't execute a simple out-of-bounds play. What got you to this level? What got you to this level? It's fundamentals that get you to this level. It's fundamentals that you have to build off of to become a special player to make this league. You have to be fundamentally sound. And it's simple. It's in college, if that was a college game or any competent pro organization in this league, with 0.6 seconds left, it doesn't matter if you're a lottery team. They are all fighting for that ball, trying to get a quick possession off, running with 100% energy. This team doesn't like each other. This team doesn't want to play with each other. I've been a coach for 6 years, not in the NBA, but I'm telling you right now, I know when a team doesn't want it. I know when a team plays like they already lost.
I agree.
Whether I've coached for or against. You can tell this team just is giving up. And I know people say it's early or this or that, but I mean, Kevin and I have said multiple times about how the Kemba Walker experiment wasn't working, or things like this isn't working, or that isn't working. It's true. This team does not like each other. You saw
There's no
Julius again
consistency.
crying about talking on defense. It might be true, but you can't do that in the game. You have to wait for timeouts, wait for a locker room, for halftime. You can't just scream at each other. You're not Kobe. Only Kobe and Jordan and LeBron can do those things. Like you're not those guys, so don't act like you are.
I agree, and this lack in consistency, and again, we're not trying to be negative Knicks fans. We're not. We're just telling you what we see in the games. The bench, I look at both sides. The bench played their butt off, moving the ball. Obi Toppin had a career game, crashing the glass, stretching the floor. Obi Toppin balled out of his mind. The bench played fine, but the starters, to me, it's like they're not consistent. Yeah, RJ had 19 points, but he missed a lot of open looks. Randle, yes, he had rebounds here and there, but 13 points, come on. You got to bang Siakam in the paint. I know Scotty Barnes can block some shots. I know Pascal can block some shots, but you got to bang in the paint.
But Derrick Rose was in that last. He's part of the Rat Pack, and he didn't show no effort. Nothing.
Sure,
Derrick Rose is supposed to be one of the leaders of this team. The leader of this team, I think, is Derrick Rose. We go as he goes as far as leadership. He gave up on the last play. I mean, and that's not a starter. So I mean, what I'm saying, the whole team, it doesn't matter who was in there. They didn't show fight when it mattered most, when the game was winnable. Down 3, they could have went to overtime. They could have got a good shot.
Right, and what's sad, this is the same Raptors team that doesn't have Anunoby, that just lost to the Thunder. Think about that. They just lost to the Thunder. And the fact that, like you said, BX, the lack of consistent effort. I know the casuals are going to say, oh, we only lost by 3. We just lost to a team that was struggling at home, okay, twice. The Thunder beat them. The OKC Thunder just beat them there. The Pistons beat the Raptors there, too. People forget about that. And we couldn't take advantage. And again, we're not trying to be negative, but we have to speak the facts here. Yes, it's early in the season, but it doesn't matter. The East got better. Cleveland's going to improve. Washington, they're going to improve. Toronto, they're tied with us. They're not scrubs. Philly, Boston, those teams are going to improve. So it's like our late game execution needs to be consistent. We don't have a go-to guy, which is the problem. And also rebounding, like you said, BX, in that patient stream, rebounding. To me, we lost the game right there when we gave up the offensive rebound to Gary Trent and then hit the fair at the right wing. If we just rebound the ball when we're up 1, we won a 10-2 run at the time after being up 7, who knows? We could have won the game.
And need a go-to guy to win regular season games, guys. I mean, the Denver Nuggets after the Melo trade had no go-to guys. They won 50 games every year. The Spurs have won 50 games every year after they had no go-to guys when Duncan and all those guys retired. You don't need a go-to guy. You need to execute on fundamentals and play with energy and hustle and heart and execute. And they don't. They haven't once for 48 minutes, Kev.
I mean, I get what you're saying, Z, and I get what you're saying. You made some good points, but we're not those teams. That's what I'm saying. And the Eastern Conference got better. In today's era, you're going to need a go-to guy in today's era. Because without a go-to guy, yes, I understand you got to execute, and I agree with that. But you need a guy that can take the pressure on the team to create their own shot, like attack, put the pressure on the opponent's defense, to hit the mid-range, even to stretch the 4 from 3. You need a guy that can take over the game. Yes, it's a team game, and the team has to follow suit, but you need a go-to guy that can take over the game down the stretch because we don't know where we're going to be at the end of the season. So
Obi Toppin took the game over. The way he played, his hustle. Derrick Rose has the ability to take a game over.
Yeah.
Alec Burks is taking games over. What I'm saying is you don't need a bona fide guy to beat the Raptors in a regular season game. You don't. You need to execute. You need to be fundamentally sound. You need to rebound the basketball. You need to do certain things. Kev, what are your thoughts?
No, I agree. I'm listening to you. I actually wanted to give you a thought from Chef Dan, who wrote to me. He wants to know, why does this team have to wait to fall behind by 20 points in order to make it a game? Enough with that. Chef Dan, thank you, Chef Dan, for participating, giving me that, sending me that text, and wanted to, because I asked him, what's your thoughts on this game tonight? And I know he's, coming home from work and a little bit tired. And I wanted to see his thoughts on that. And also, once you guys think about having the team president Leon Rose and Worldwide West sitting there on courtside. I know they usually do sit. They usually sit under the basket and so forth. They usually company, but now it's going to get magnified. Them sitting there and being on there. Um, don't be surprised if it's going to be moves here. Like you said, Z. This team don't like each other. It looks like it because they're not playing for one another. They're not inspired and playing for one another. What I mean, it looks like there's a disconnect between the team, the starting unit, and the second unit. It looks like a big disconnect. We shall see going forward.
You know what it is, Kev? You know why they sat there tonight? They were trying to see where the disconnect is. If it's Tibbs losing the locker room, is it the coaching staff, or is it just these players don't like each other, or is it just a lack of effort, or did they just mess up by bringing Evan Fournier and Kemba Walker in here and not bringing back the chemistry guys? Because I think it was Big Tass that said, or it was Calvin Jones. This team fought every possession last year, every single one. You didn't have to question whether the team gave up or not. This team gives up in the beginning of games. They give up in the third quarter. They give up in the fourth when it matters.
Right.
They might fight back and make it close, like Chef Dan said, but then that's it. They show no effort after that.
But to me,
I get the whole you're tired after coming back 20 points, but you're professionals. You're playing. You're out there for 20 minutes. I need your 100% effort for 20 minutes. If you're out there for 35 plus minutes, like Julius Randle is, that's why you got the money. You need to have your effort all 35 minutes. However you're long on that floor, you need to give 100% max effort. That's why Kemba Walker got benched. He wasn't given the max effort. Didn't want to play back-to-backs like we heard. If you don't give the max effort, you're not going to play. But then when you have a whole team that does it, you got to play somebody.
Yeah.
So that's why Toppin got more minutes tonight, and he had a career high because he was literally playing with effort and intensity.
Scrapping for loose balls, hitting open threes, dunks, baseline cuts. He did everything.
Yeah. I wanted to mention about Obi Toppin. Now, this I'm going to blame on Tom Thibodeau for this point. Toppin ran out of gas. He ran out of gas the last 3 minutes. Remember when he took him out? It's because he doesn't play him much. Why are you going to build stamina and endurance if you're only playing 12 minutes here, 9 minutes there, and so there on the NBA ready? That's why he ran out of gas. I think Toppin if he wasn't at gas and was on the floor there, guaranteed they won't have 3 offensive rebounds in that last possession that led to Gary Trent Jr.'s 3-pointer. That maybe 1 offensive rebound, but 3. I don't think with Obi Toppin on the floor and Julius Randle that would happen.
I'm telling you right now, I agree with you if that's youth basketball, if that's high school, not in the NBA. Obi Toppin is a physical specimen. He needs to keep himself in shape and his endurance up, just like everybody else has to. If you're gassed after 23 minutes and you're a professional basketball player and you're young, that's on the player. It's one thing if it's Derrick Rose or Kemba Walker with the knee issues, or if it's Penny Hardaway back in the day when he was with the Knicks, and some Amari Stoudemire, guys like that have, because they were all max effort players at one point, and endurance, they just had injuries. Obi Toppin hasn't had career-threatening injuries. He's literally a physical specimen. 6'9", 220, jumps out of the gym, runs so fast. If he don't have endurance to play 23 minutes, maybe that's why Tibbs don't play him all these minutes.
Let me combat that. But if he has that mindset, well, I'm going to be limited minutes. I'm not going to play more than 25 minutes, let's say, or 21 minutes. And he's going to play me in spurts. I'm going to go give you 120 miles an hour. I'm going to give you 200% effort because I'm only going to play in short spurts. And he didn't pace himself. Maybe that's what I mean running out of gas. Yeah, he shouldn't. You're correct. Everything you said is correct. But if you know you're going to go in there and you only have a few seconds, you're going to go 200%, 224 miles an hour because you're going to, it's like when you do a short drag racing. You're going to go a quarter of a mile. You're going to go as fast as possible in that quarter of a mile because you're going to try to, outrun your drag racer. You're not, especially it's different when you do NASCAR. You're pacing for 200 plus laps. You're gonna pace yourself. So that's I'm sorry to bring that analogy on that, but I think that's why I think he got tired. I know with cars is different. Go ahead.
But the cars are built different. But at the same time, if if I get what you're saying, that I understand he's a young player and he's not used to this stuff. But that's where the whole mantra comes. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. That's a mantra in the league, league wide, not just teams. And there's plenty of players that have, for example, a Malachi Flynn or guys like that. Like you said, he hasn't played, a whole lot. Those type of guys that don't have a top pick cachet or guys that don't always get in. If you put him in, Fred VanVleet was undrafted. And he became a star in Toronto, a role play, like, a star in his role. I wouldn't say he's a star, but he
I
plays
get what
big
you're saying.
minutes. I mean, these guys got to be ready. If you're not ready, then he can't play you big minutes. But he should have kept him in the game, but he was gassed. I mean, I don't know. It's just Tibbs deserves blame, yes, but at the same time, there's enough blame to go around in this loss.
To
Considering
me,
seriously, we gave up 90 points to Toronto. Toronto's a good young team. Got a lot of shooters. Got a lot of good offensive players that can put up points, but we didn't give up. We only gave up 90 points. We should have had enough firepower, no matter who was on this floor, to score over 90 points. We just didn't.
right. And then also what killed me, 15 turnovers, some were just lazy passes, and the Raps had 9 steals. The guy in the transition, 21 fast break points, we had 9. That's unacceptable. 21 fast break points.
Never a
VanVleet,
transition team.
yeah, I know we're not a transition team, but the Raptors are 21-9. And like I said, we gave up 12 offensive rebounds, especially that last play. And it's like, even though Pascal Siakam struggled from the perimeter, struggled from the field 3 of 18, he did a good job with the driving kick, find the open man. So we gotta give Pascal credit. VanVleet, he hit some big shots too, especially early in the game. And Gary Trent, ice wire in the veins. Tough threes, some bounced in, but tough threes. And the Raptors, man, if they can get OG and Anunoby back healthy, they have a shot. I don't think they will. If they get OG and Anunoby back healthy, they have a shot making the playoffs. They have a good young team, good coach, Nick Nurse. It was a tough loss because rebounding, lazy passes here and there. Randle struggled from the perimeter. RJ struggled from the perimeter, and yeah, and that's the thing for me. Yeah.
I mean, and PG-13. I mean, I like Paul George, but we're not going to get Paul George. You
That
got to
never
go the
happened.
whole team. But
White
speaking of that
Falcon,
team,
White,
Terrence
White
Mann.
Falcon is speaking into existence. For all
Yeah,
you
no,
don't know, White
I
Falcon
swear,
is
I pray to God White Falcon's right, but because PG-13 is an underrated star in this league. People want to talk a lot of crap about him because of the pandemic P, but I mean, he also did lead them without Kawhi Leonard to the Western Conference Finals.
True.
But Terrence Mann, that brings up a good. Terrence Mann never played big minutes in the playoffs after an 82 or 72 game season, more than 82 games because it was in the Western Conference Finals. Had a huge minutes, huge role all of a sudden that he wasn't ready for. If you want to take that next step, you got to be ready all the time. And when your number's called, Obi Toppin had a great game no matter what the last 3 minutes says. When his number was called, he answered the bell. So guess what? He has to get himself ready for the next time his number's called too, for more minutes. But this was a huge step for Obi Toppin tonight. I'm extremely proud of that young man. He played great. Double-double. Like Kev said, career high in points and rebounds. 23 minutes, he had 19 and 10.
It hit some threes too.
Yeah, he did everything. He did everything, and I hope he gets more minutes in the future.
Should. I mean, Obi Toppin plays hard every night. He may not be a star, but Obi Toppin can give you what he can. Dive for loose balls. Sometimes can hit a 3 at the corner. Can fly to them, especially either in transition or from the baseline cut. He's going to give everything. He played his butt off tonight. It's just that we needed a few other players. Alec Burks was trash tonight. He had one more point than us 3 on the panel. You want this? Yeah. He was a bagel tonight. 0 for 7. That's unacceptable.
And to Kev's point all the time, and what Kev and I both talk about, all of us, Quentin Grimes could have got some minutes tonight over Alec Burks. I mean, even a Deuce McBride in a few situations for like 2-3 minutes. Quentin Grimes could have had a better impact on this game. Not saying he's better than Alec Burks right now. No, I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is Alec Burks had an off game. Like G Money said, he had a clunker. If someone has a clunker, get someone else in there. They might have an Obi Toppin like game. They might have a coming out party. You never know.
You're never gonna know. You're never gonna know who's gonna have a coming out party if they're sitting on the bench, and they're sitting on the bench and not playing a mean all NBA center bench. They're not gonna play. They're not gonna know what you got on the court. Seriously, and I'm tired of seeing players in here playing all first team all NBA bench, and we know they're talented, and it's like I understand the game of basketball. I understand certain when they need to come in there, and I've been calling, again, we losing offensive rebounds. We're a short team. This team, even with Randle, we're too short. We have a guy who's 6'10", power forward, killing, second leading scorer in the G League. I understand the G League before you pull me and push me down. Lucas Samanik. And you tell him you can get this guy 10 minutes? It's going to give you 10 minutes or 5 minutes better than what you get, that crap that you're getting from Fournier on the floor, who's making what? He's got a 3-year contract making all this $54 million for the 3 years. You're telling me, former first-round pick from the Spurs, I know he don't play a lick of defense, but neither is Fournier, and nobody else on the team is playing a lick of defense. So you're telling me,
Raptors miss open shots. Yeah, the 90 points may look good, but if you actually watch the game, Toronto miss open shots.
But however you do it, G-Money, is however you do it. If you give up 90 points, you're going to give up 90 points. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
But the thing is, with Luke, Obi Toppin still doesn't really play defense. Evan Fournier doesn't. Derrick Rose doesn't. Emmanuel Quickley doesn't. RJ Barrett's improved, but he's overrated by Knicks fans defensively. Julius Randle's highly overrated defensively. That top 3 power forward defensive metric last year, where he was top 3, or no, he's number 1 in the league in power forwards in defensive metrics. Doesn't matter. He's not better than Anthony Davis. He's not better than Giannis. He's not better than those guys defensively. But all this stuff, they're highly overrated. Luka Samai could really give us a spark, because every single center on this team shoots worse than Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
Every single one of them's a horrible shooter. Horrible. And you get a guy out there that can shoot, it's okay. You might lose a little bit on defense, but the whole offense is going to open up. The whole court's going to open up. There's going to be more free-flowing offense. He's 6'10", and he's fast, so there's going to be more fast break opportunities. When you don't have Mitchell Robinson, who's 280 pounds now, lugging up and down the court, Julius Randle lugging up and down the court, all these guys laboring up and down the court, you got a guy who can run. He's lighter. He's faster. He's not like Obi athleticism or anything, but what I'm saying is Obi 6'9", 220. He can run the floor like a deer. Luka's 6'9", about 220. He can run the floor. So you have more transition opportunities. You have more three-point shooters. You have more guys. That's going to give you a better chance to win games. And like Kev said, we're not playing him Julius Randle minutes. Get him 10 minutes. Get him 5. I mean, get him. I don't care. What is Wayne Selden doing on this roster?
Nothing.
Not even cheering like Theo Pinson used to. So get him off the team and put freaking Samaik on the team. Give him a shot.
You could leave Kemba Walker to do the cheerleading. He's doing a good job.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, it is. Yeah. Give G-Money.
And Johnny Davis is right. We do need a bid to construct the floor. We don't really have a bid.
We have one.
I mean, other than Julius Randle. I get what you're saying, but I meant to say.
No, Luka's in the G League. We have one. We don't have to trade for anybody. Bring him up. He's a big thing that stretch the floor.
I don't know. It's like the stubborn moves there there's been so many players there on talent wise that you see that could help. I mean, I'm not saying Lucas Samanik is going to be an NBA star, superstar, or you never know. I'm never going to limit no one, but that kid has the drive and hunger, man. I've watched sometimes, when Grant, believe it or not, when we're not on the stream. There's sometimes the Westchester Knicks. I watch it and I listen to the interview and I for the Return of the Knicks podcast, I'll try to get that interview. He says, "Listen, no offense, I don't want to be here in the G League." And I love that. I don't, no offense, I don't want to be in the G League. My goal is to get back to the NBA and never come back to the G League. And I love that because that's what you want. Why am I going to pressure and linger there? I want to be in the big boy club, the big time. And he was there. He was a highly drafted lottery pick, and San Antonio is kind of regretting letting him go, to be honest with you. Seeing what he's doing in the G League, Popovich admitted it, said, and he said, he's a good player. He had good things to say about him. It just they just made a move that they just made a move that they're regretting it right now, and the Knicks
And you
better
know
not
what it
regret.
is, Kev? He's saying that, but it doesn't matter. He's not going to be in the G League for long. I don't care if you don't play defense. The Knicks are stupid not to get him on here because Wayne Selden. No disrespect to Wayne Selden, he's a good basketball player. He wouldn't be a 5-year vet in the league, but we're not using him. We have no use for him because we have plenty of 6'5" guys: Alec Burks, Quentin Grimes, R.J. Barrett. We have Evan Fournier. He's never going to get burned, but we don't have any shooting bigs. And since he's 6'10" and he can shoot, whether he plays defense or not, he's going to have a job in the league for a decade because he can shoot the ball and he's big. It doesn't. You look at guys. Brooke Lopez plays zero defense anymore. He still has a job.
Yeah.
You
I
got
disagree with that. Brooke can still protect. Brooke can still protect the rim a little bit. He still plays some
okay.
defense.
You just said protect the rim a little bit. He used to be an all defensive player. What I'm saying is he's not a good defender anymore. He's not. He doesn't get big minutes in the finals because he can't do anything other than protect the rim on a weak side block every once in a while. He can't guard the perimeter.
True.
What I'm saying is, what I'm saying, and you have guys like Boogie Cousins can't play defense anymore. He'll get a job in the league always
True.
because of his these bigs that can score. Alex Len, I'm seeing another one. He plays zero defense, but he's a big that can score.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you have guys that are Marvin Bagley, big who can't defend, but he can score a little bit. He'll always have a job. Um, there's guys that will always have jobs in the league if they're somewhat talented offensively and they're over 6'10". He's going to have a job in the league for a long time. I'm not saying he's going to be a freaking star or a starter, but he'll be a role player in this league for a long time. He'll find a job. It's
Let,
just
let
it's the facts of basketball in the NBA today.
Yeah, let's hope because they need to turn it around. It's gonna get ugly early quick. And definitely, I hate to pull out the second remaining half of the season and we're so terrible or lackluster. Like, oh, it's gonna be dreadful. We want, especially with all the anticipation of the season, we want the Knicks to with all the all aspiration that we had, and now it's taking the team has taken a huge step back forward, and it's going to be interesting. The Miles Turner name is out there,
Mm-hmm.
stretch five, and like we shall see. But they could go a temporary solution now here, like we said. Why do you have a G League affiliate? Why do you have a G League with bringing kids and why and what you're telling me as an organization, you just have the G League because you're forced by the NBA to have a G League because you got to bring some players here, and you need guys to play their roles and play their roles 100% well, even if they know they're role players.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, if you're having a deficiency on rebounding, Amir Sims down in the G League, and I know he's not ready NBA ready, but he's a rebound machine in the G League. Those are
For
I don't know.
example, another failed first round pick, another failed late lottery pick. That the Knicks Steve Mills actually pulled him from the G League. Anybody know where I'm going with this before I answer it? A kid that could put the ball in the hole was a draft pick. Trey Burke
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
failed.
remember
Everybody
Trey
thought
Burke.
you were nuts. He came in at 42 points and 17 assists within 5 games of being here. Like the guy, if you can and now he has a job forever in this league, like he always has. He's been a failed draft pick from my school, Michigan, that I love. You know how much I love Michigan, Kev.
Mm-hmm.
Tim Hardaway Jr. spent time in the G League. Failed first round picks spend time in the G League, and they come up and they find a home and they find a career.
Excuse me.
right.
It happens.
You're
Tyler
not gonna find
Hansborough spent time in the G League, came back up. I
right.
mean, guys are going to do it.
They I don't know if they're expecting they come from the G League. They have to be a transitional player. They got to be the next LeBron. No, we just bring some player that's a professional who's going to give you consistent night in night out NBA professional basketball play. Not that inconsistency. Fournier is too inconsistent. One, you get too much. There's too many similar players with the same inconsistency going around, and that just frustrates us as Knicks fans. And I'm tired of the being short. When I mean six, anywhere from 6'5" or six. Let's go with 6'4" to 6'7", 6'9". There's no it's just the height experience. You saw that on that last possession. They get four offensive rebounds in a row. There, it's just too. It cannot happen. You got to play basketball 1-on-1 fundamentals, and I know Thibodeau preaches the fundamentals, but It's just like the size disparity. Too many players. They say, well, basketball is positioning basketball. Well, that I hear that from other locations that they say basketball is a positioning sport. No, it's not. You still need a center. You still need your
It's
size, and you need your forwards to do their rebounding and wings to defend.
it's positionless
Mhm.
when you have the size to be positionless. When you have all guys 6'7" and above who can all rebound, who can all pass, who can all defend, who can all do things. We don't have that. We have a bunch of 6'5" guys that are bad defenders.
Yeah,
6'6" guys that are bad defenders and streaky shooters.
and we get beat back door
Only
a
time
lot.
the only time you are positionless basketball when you have guys like they did back Andre Iguodala, Draymond Green, Harrison Barnes, guys like that are all a little bit undersized, but can all do things. They can all get you rebounds, defend, pass, but we don't have that. And like you just brought up a good point that in my head, the reason he went positionless or that not positionless, but he went small tonight with 4 guards and Julius because they don't have a big who can hit a shot. And when you need baskets, you can't play 4-on-5 basketball on offense. You need a big that can score the basketball.
Mhm.
And Mitchell Robinson, he obviously doesn't trust him. Nerlens Noel doesn't trust him. He don't trust these guys to score. I mean, G Money, he shouldn't because they don't do anything unless it's a lob threat or a putback.
Yeah, right,
You
right.
need guys in Bronx's pick in the G League. Luka, his pick to improve the team, would have spread the floor tonight.
Hmm.
If that makes sense. It would have gave him an extra and 6'10". He could have got a rebound. He could have did same. The sad part, Kev, is that Agent Super Argo says the sad part, Kev, is that these are professional players who are acting like they're stepping on the court for the first time in their lives.
I agree.
Bag of James said, and salute to everybody in the chat, by the way. I am
Absolutely.
1,000% confident if we have gotten Lonzo Ball, the Knicks would be a top 5 record not only in the East but the whole NBA. He would have helped. I've been on Lonzo. I mean, G Money knows from my For the Love of the Game days that I was a huge Lonzo Ball,
Yeah.
and I don't look as stupid now as everybody said I did, do I, G Money? Because
Nope. He's a
I
good
wanted to,
passer.
because all
Good
these
throw
draft
to
picks,
rim.
chat and Bronx, if you're listening still,
Mhm.
all these draft picks that the Knicks wasted, and I'm not saying wasted because Deuce and Grimes and all these guys are good players, but they waste them because they're not going to play them because Tibbs isn't going to play them because Leon Rose put all the money to Evan Fournier, Kemba Walker, Julius Randle, all these guys. They're going to play them. They're going to make Tibbs play them because that's where they put the money. So instead of using all those draft picks on guys you're not going to use, trade them for guys that you're going to use. Lonzo
Mhm.
Ball, Miles Turner. I wanted
Mhm.
Jonathan Isaac in the worst way. When he comes back healthy, you guys will completely agree with me then again. If we had a starting lineup of Lonzo Ball,
Mhm.
RG Barrett,
Mhm.
Jonathan Isaac,
Mhm.
Julius Randle, and Miles
Mhm.
Turner, this team would be competing for a number 1 seed in the East.
You can make a case. I mean, there's still
No, they would
Brooklyn,
be.
Miami. I know, but I'm just saying that while both all the teams were healthy, you still have Brooklyn,
They'd be a
Miami,
top 3 seed in
Milwaukee.
the East right now. It doesn't no what ifs about the rest of the teams. With the way this season shook out right now to this date, this team, if the Knicks were all healthy, would be like I said, would be a top 3 team in the East.
If we would have made the moves, like you said, again,
I know
Lonzo.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We
I
would
get
have
what
been
you're saying.
a tenfold better defensive team.
Oh
We would
yeah.
still have the Rat Pack as far
Mhm.
as like some guys. We could have found some good bench players. Could have kept Reggie Bullock. Could have done all these things if they would have just done things the right way. And literally, they say, "Oh, screw it. Let's let's give Fournier a lot of money and Kemba
20 is
Walker."
too
It's
inconsistent.
like they were in my GM mode in 2K and
Right.
accidentally hit simulate off season. And then you
Mhm.
get into it and you're like, wait, why did they sign this guy? Why did they sign that
But
guy?
we could have saw this coming, for being honest. Because even when we were 5-1, some of the games we barely won, like the New Orleans game, RJ had to save us. The Chicago game, RJ Mitch had to contest DeRozan. The Boston game, Fournier had to save us. It's like even then, I kind of thought that we would go downhill a little bit. If we're being realistic. I said before the year this team was not a top 4 seed in the East. I said before the year. I said the teams got better in the East, and we did not get that much better. Because Evan Fournier, he's a good player, but Fournier's too inconsistent. He did this in Orlando, way too streaky. In Denver, he didn't get much of an opportunity, but in Orlando, way too streaky. Kemba is a good player, but Kemba's a good player, and let me
Read
read it.
that chat. Read that chat, G Money. Read it.
Okay, Randle had to deal with the Earl the Pro Monroe School. Knicks would have donated a specific amount of money to the school for every free ball Randle hits. I hope the school isn't a death. Ay, ay, ay. I don't blame him, man. But what was I saying? I'm saying that Evan Fournier, I kind of saw this coming. He's always been inconsistent. He was inconsistent in Orlando. And come on. And Kemba is good, but this isn't Kemba from Charlotte who can get to the racket, real crazy on shot consistently. And he was healthy in Charlotte. He was healthy. He's not healthy anymore. It's like, I don't know why Knicks fans thought this was a top 4 seed in the East. And even if we make a trade, what trade is going to solve all of this? What trade is going to solve all of this? Do we think of that? You don't just make a trade and solves everything.
If you trade for Miles Turner, it's going to blanket a lot of issues. Because one, I don't care what any Knicks fan says in this chat. You can hate me all you want. He's 10 times better than Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah.
Leading the league in blocks again. He's always between 2.5 to 3 blocks a game, which Mitch has never done. He's never led the league in blocks because he can't stay on the floor to get minutes, and that's all he can do is block shots and get lobs. And then they say Miles Turner can't rebound. Well, literally, he averages more rebounds a game than Mitchell Robinson in his career. He can get you 13 to 15 points. He can get you 7 to 8 rebounds a game. He can get you an assist. He can shoot the ball. And since he can shoot the ball, that completely opens up the offense. The last 2 years plus, we've played 4-on-5 basketball. And the Rockets with Clint Capella, the reason they got rid of him, all these teams with rim runners, they show you that they will not succeed in 4-on-5 basketball unless you have Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, and Stephen Curry, which is just a monster matchup. What I'm saying is we don't have that. So you need 5-on-5 basketball on offense, and that will really help your entire team. Then you can have a Mitchell Robinson or Nerlens Noel, depending on who you keep, run with the Rat Pack because you have more offensive talent as far as Derrick Rose is more consistent. Emmanuel Quickley can go off any night. Obi Toppin, all these guys, but Mitch or Nerlens can just be what they need to be with a second unit because they're not going to get big minutes. But if you want a competitive team in the playoffs and competitive team to get to the playoffs, you need a stretch 5, not a stretch 5 like a European soft Kristaps Porzingis-y stretch 5. You need a stretch 5 like in the modern sense that can be a stretch 5 but also score inside, can do all the dirty work. And Miles Turner does everything for you as a center
He can hit free
in the
throws
modern
too.
NBA.
And Miles Turner's reliable. I'm sorry for interrupting you, Zach. I apologize. Miles Turner can also hit free throws too in big moments. Mitch can't do that consistently.
Mitch can't hit a free throw. He can't hit water if he fell out of a boat unless it's an alley-oop.
Unless he's blindfolded.
And he's on the bench. They literally benched him, put him on the second unit, and people were literally saying at the beginning of the year, give him $15 million a year. Or give him $19 million Clint Capella money. It doesn't make any sense. Like, people have to look in the mirror. I love Mitchell Robinson. I have his jersey. I can go get it to prove it. What I'm saying is we have to be realistic about the players that are on our team, and you have to always look to be better.
And we got
it's time for Knicks fans and the Knicks organization to look in the mirror.
Big time facts. And people keep saying, oh, we have to wait and see. Wait and see what was going to change. We got to look at reality. For me personally, guys, I'm not a wait and see type guy depending on the situation. Because it's like a movie. If you know the ending to the movie, what was there for me to keep watching? Sometimes you got to look at the future and look at reality. Because currently constructed, this team's not going to go far in the playoffs. I don't even know if we're going to make the playoffs at this point because the East got better. But
they'll be a lottery team.
I still think we can squeak in. Because I don't know if Cleveland's gonna keep this up and Washington, but I think we can squeak in. But we're not gonna go far. I don't need to wait and see to know that we're not gonna get out the first round. It's reality, because it's easy to say, "Oh, injuries can happen." It can happen to us. Any team can get hurt, but you can't always rely on injuries to happen. You can't assume that though. You gotta look at reality now. Because here's the thing. Here's why we're not going to go far in the playoffs when we get there. Randle is good, but he's not trustworthy in clutch moments. Same thing with RJ. It's factual evidence. Alec Burks is clutch in the regular season, but he's not clutch in the playoffs. It's factual. He shoots 39% in the playoffs. Again, I'm not trying to talk too much about the playoffs, but my point I'm trying to say is that this roster right here is not going deep in the postseason because we don't have a number one option consistent that can carry us deep in the playoffs. Look at the Eastern Conference.
But you can't think about the playoffs if you're literally a lottery team right now. Who cares about the playoffs or winning the first round when you can't even get out of the lottery? They'll be a play-in team at best, and if you lose the play-in, you're in the lottery. So they are a lottery basketball team.
I know right now, I agree. They are now, but I want to ask you, Z, do you think we're making the playoffs? Be honest.
No, I just said they're going to be a lottery team.
Okay.
I will bet any amount of money that anybody wants to bet right now that they're going to be a lottery team.
Okay. What do you think, Kev? I know it's early. I understand, but just your opinion, Kev. Do you think we're making the playoffs? I know it's early, but I'm just asking you.
Yeah, I think they will. I think they're gonna make a trade here. That this is a trade that we're not gonna see coming. Besides except the Miles Turner, but it's gonna be a trade here. And I'm going to touch whoever, I'm going to make contact. Hopefully, I get to see who I need to see to find out what's brewing behind the scenes to see. I hope I think they're gonna make a deal. Besides the Miles Turner, I think there's a deal that we don't see, that we don't know, that we're not. It's gonna come on like it's gonna drop our drawers, and I think it's gonna show because one team that I don't believe in, and I think it's gonna be a little bit of a saving grace for the New York Knicks is the Boston Celtics. They don't look good either, and they got
They're
talent.
playing my Suns right now, so yeah.
Yeah. They don't look so great, so hot either. I still think the Wizards will stay where they're going to stay. I think they're going to be finished sixth. I think Wizards. I called it. I said they're going to be good. I liked that move. Once they signed Dinwiddie, they bought in Kuzma and Pope
Montrezl Harrell and
I would yeah. Hachimura, I don't think Hachimura has played yet, right? He hasn't come back from
he hasn't played much. He's been hurt. Yeah.
And Bertans and company, I like the Wizards. I kind of like the Wizards. Bradley Beal. And Bradley Beal has not played good at all. Terrible. He's been playing. Has a bad season this year. And then remember, we were about to give up the farm for him. So imagine that.
Knicks fans for you.
And Cleveland too. And here's what's crazy. Don't even have Colin Sexton. He told us
Don't say that name.
Another one that everybody wanted to give up the farm for.
Don't say Colin Sexton.
I'll be topping his trash. Get him out of here. Send them packing. Give us Colin Sexton. I remember hours we spent, talking about they wanted Colin Sexton, and
it's laughable.
Yeah, just like
at least the guys I said that we were never going to get would have made this team a million times better.
It's like it's
and the guys you said would have made the team a million times better and wouldn't have broke the bank to get them.
That was my point. I guarantee. Yeah, I know maybe there is a better player than Spencer Dinwiddie, maybe. But the point is, what you have in front of you, you need to know how to cook with the ingredients you have in front of you. When I mean cook in front of you, you had the free agent market, you had money. You needed the point guard, which is one of them. It is the most important position on the NBA floor, and they've been struggling for many, many, many years. And you had a guy Dinwiddie who played in New York, knows the market, knows the media market, and I understand he's coming back from an injury, so the whole narrative. You still could. He's a point guard. It wasn't something. Look at and where is White Falcon? PG-13 dislocated his ankle on national television. Remember that nasty, gruesome injury that he had?
That was an Olympic. That was
an Olympics. Yeah, my point was on national television. Olympic tryout, Olympic qualifier. Ankle going this way, leg the other way, and
he broke his leg. Actually, yeah.
Had a Dak Prescott type injury.
Excellent and freaky, and he came back strong. The point is, they pick out the wrong players. You had players that you could have brought back. You had Alec Burks, that could have done what Fournier is doing right now, and so forth. I mean, you brought the same type of player back. Why? When you needed, you could have gotten the point guard here, and then you tease us. By moving back and being cute in the draft, we got more picks.
Use them.
For what? If you're not going to use them, you're not going to play them. What you? It's like, why are you trying to you got cute, which I don't have no buyer's remorse on who we drafted. Jericho Sims looks like he's going to be raw, but it looks like he's going to be a player in the league. McBride looks like he's going to play a big. And we're not even talking about the best player that they have. Personally, I'm going to say right now, I think the second best player in this draft He's not even playing in the NBA right now. He's in overseas in Roca Jornavinas. I think that kid is gonna 6'7" point guard or 6'5" around that area.
6'5", yeah, Rokas
Yeah,
Jokubaitis.
and he's still 18, 17, or whatever, 18 years old. Who's probably grown maybe an inch or two. And I'm telling you, it's like, but what makes you think he's gonna actually play when he comes over here? The way
No, don't even bother coming over.
yeah, don't even bother. Stay over there because they're not even gonna play you. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. I understand. Oh, if you play all the youth, you guys gonna be a lottery tanking team. I'm not saying to tank. You could sprinkle veterans and youth.
Right, but I don't think.
And then you're not going to get playing time because this front office put all sorts of money in inconsistent veterans. Julius Randle's an inconsistent veteran.
Which is,
I'm sorry. He's an inconsistent veteran. Highly inconsistent. He's not a star. Evan Fournier, highly inconsistent, not a star. They put money into Derrick Rose. I love Derrick Rose, but why? Why give him a 3-year contract? Why? He's not. He's going to be extinct after this year. He's already taken a huge decline. He's injury prone. Why give him 3 years, $10+ million a year? Why give Nerlens Noel all these guys? When you have these draft picks, what are you using them for?
I don't know. And
why bother? If I'm a lottery pick coming to this team next year, I'm asking for a trade because the front office, not even Tibbs, the front office values overpaid veterans, like they always have in New York, over good young talent. It's sickening.
It's crazy. I mean, we've been struggling with point guard play for years. I mean, the best point guard we had in the 2010s was what? Jeremy Lin and Derrick Rose. Like Jeremy Lin, Derrick Rose, and Jeremy Lin had like a 1-year stretch because
the best point guard we've had before Kevin goes is Raymond Felton. in this decade is Raymond Felton, and people are going to laugh at me, but he was the most consistent point guard.
Was solid. Yeah,
he was decent.
People are going to laugh at me, but it's true.
He was decent. He was good.
But you can't lengthen the rotation, and like Kelvin said, you can't. It's not Tibbs. You can't lengthen the rotation. They gave Evan Fournier 4 years, $84 million. They gave Derrick Rose 3 years, $45 million. They gave Nerlens Noel 3 years, $44 million. They gave Alec Burks 3 years, $40 million. They gave these guys $10+ million a year. They're not going to let Tibbs sit them. The only one they are is Kemba Walker, and as you know, rumors are circling around because they want to trade him.
Let's go, guys! Yeah. That's what he's doing.
Because they're going to trade him. They don't want him to get hurt. They want him to have some trade value. That's why. That's why he's sitting. If it wasn't for that, that's why they forced him 20 games to make it work because they paid him $18 million.
And
you're not young guys that you have control over for 5 years over the guys you just paid big money to for 3. It doesn't make sense from an organizational standpoint. You want your investment to pay off.
It's stupidity.
It's not Tibbs' fault.
No, and I want to add this quick point. Some people keep saying we should get John Wall. John Wall is not the answer. I'm sorry.
John Wall's better than anything we have on this team right now.
I mean, I understand that, and I like John
Wall. Would be the best player on this team day one.
I get what you're saying, but here's what I'm trying to say. All that doesn't really matter to me because here's the thing. Here's the problem with John Wall. Yeah, he's a good passer. He can go to the basket, but he's injury prone. It means
so is everybody on this team that we signed.
Whoa.
Alec Burks, Derrick Rose, Nerlens Noel. Yeah. They're all injury prone. Evan Fournier, injury prone.
I get what you're saying, but Randle and RJ, really more Randle's not really injury prone like that.
Yeah, but we didn't just sign them. I mean, Randle was here. We extended him.
I know. I'm just saying that I get what you're saying. I'm just saying that we have some injury prone players. I'm just saying that not everyone is. But my point I'm trying to imply is that yes, John Wall is a good player, but I don't think he solves the thing because here's the thing. He has an Achilles, for Pete's sake, and he's injury-prone a lot. And also, his jumper still wasn't all that good. Even in Washington, it still wasn't consistent. Yes, he's a good player. I'm not saying he's trash, but I don't think John Wall would solve the answer. I don't think so.
Yes, he would. You want to know why? He's a point guard with size. That's a true point guard. He is a real point guard. He gets people involved, and he plays amazing defense.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Zach. I get what you're saying, but this isn't Washington John Wall.
No, he's still a good defender that gets people involved. He's still a good point guard that's a good defender.
I mean, I understand that, and I agree with you on that. But it's going to be times in which you're going to need Wall to attack. Man, teams are going to clog the paint. Are they like Wall to have that perimeter jump shot consistently? I don't. And he has an Achilles, though. He can pop that stuff in the moment. That's another reason why I don't think John Wall is the answer. He's a good player. If it was Wizards John Wall, I would change for him. But personally, for me, John
So
Wall.
who's your answer?
But let me before you tell your answer, G Money. You talking about an Achilles, right? You're saying that Kobe Bryant also tore his Achilles.
And never became the same player ever after that.
Yeah, but he also was a kid that came straight out of high school and was his 16th year before he tore his Achilles. He was also a 16-year vet before it even happened. It's different for a guy that wasn't even 30 when it happened. It's different.
But I get what you mean, G Money.
I understand what you're saying, though.
I get what you mean.
Derrick Rose highly injury prone. All these guys are highly injury prone that we already have. So
But
what's the point? You're already spending money on injury prone guys. Get a guy that actually fits a system and actually what we need. But Kev, I don't know.
I was going to say
your answer?
My answer will be we just need to find a younger point guard. Enough with the stopgaps. And John Wall, he make you. And I wouldn't trade for that contract. I've been saying
no. I'm saying if he's
buyout market. I'm calling John Wall immediately to get in here if it's a buyout market because you're going to sign him for the rest of the season. And if he doesn't work out, adios, goodbye. You take a hike. You're not going to be dumb enough to give him a 3-year extension or contract. If no,
the Knicks might.
That's the problem. That's the problem. That's the problem there. And like Kelvin said, Dolan might have been upset about the Kemba Walker. Dolan, guaranteed that would push him because they sold T-shirts. They had the best Kev conference. They had Fat Joe. They had everybody out there. They had a parade down Canyon of Heroes with Kemba Walker. And it was like, you need to pump the brakes a little. It was like, we sign him. It's good to bring him. Let's see what we got. And let's get going. It was, I don't know.
People were overhyping the Kemba move. Kemba
yes, it was.
People are overhyping. This isn't Kemba from Charlotte. That guy is gone because he doesn't get to the basket as easy as he did in Charlotte. He still creates on shot, but he's more injury prone.
Kemba's not going to work here. It's not. No matter
so
what.
What's your answer, G Money?
Hang on. Let me check point guards that are available.
I thought I thought for a stopgap for a little bit, and it's not going to happen because they're over 500. So you'd be stupid enough to trade them and I thought they were going to be bad was Patrick Beverley. You've been Patrick Beverley. It's not going to cost you much. He's an expiring contract, and that would have been a decent move. Remember the defender? He plays
perfect
the defense
guard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But if you're the Timberwolves, you're gonna be dumb enough to trade him? No way. He's actually contributing, and you have your team close to 500.
He's one of those guys that is changing the culture on that team.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So I would probably go for Pat Bev. I don't know if the Wolves will let him go, but I think Pat Bev, again, I'm not saying he's a star. He's not. But Pat Bev, to me, is, even though he's kind of injury prone, not to the rate of John Wall. John Wall is a good player. I'm not denying his talent. I'm just saying that we need another dog on our team.
Do me a favor and look how many games Patrick Beverley has missed compared to John Wall last year and this year.
All right.
Yeah, and there's no
because Patrick Beverley's missed a lot of games.
There's no point guard out there because the realistic,
and Patrick Beverley's not a point guard.
Not coming. Yeah, no,
he's the size of a point guard who's a defender. He can't play, make, and facilitate. He can't dribble and kick. He can't drive and kick. He's a spot-up shooter and a defender.
He's averaging almost 5 assists. What's his averages for assists?
But since when is a true point guard only averaging 5 assists? That's not point guard numbers. Julius Randle averages 6 assists.
But that's how I was going to say, Zach. There's nobody on this team that has got more than freaking 5 assists. No one.
That's what I'm saying. We need a true point guard. John Wall can average 10 assists with this team. With those lob threats, with even though they're streaky, but with Burks and Fournier and Barrett shooters, with Julius Randle in the pick and roll. I'm not saying John Wall's the answer, but I'm saying we need a guy that can distribute the basketball.
Yeah, I've been calling for him on a buyout, but not for 42 million.
Oh no, I meant
long-term,
not the long-term
answer. I don't see it though. This contract's too big. I don't see Houston buying him out. That's the thing.
We need a true point guard on this team that, as far as true, that can get people involved.
But I want to answer this question. I heard a rumor. What about Goran Dragic? You think he would work?
No.
He's old. 35 years old.
If we already had an established point guard, maybe as a off the bench guy if we needed bench help. But no, not with this team. No.
I don't know.
If we needed a mentor, maybe because he was a really good player for a
Yeah, I
long
don't.
time.
You because then here's the problem we're gonna have with Godric. Tongue tied.
No defense.
He's gonna play 30 minutes. He's not.
No defense.
Yeah,
No.
we're gonna be back to the Kemba Walker type of deal again.
He's
You
worse
know.
than Kemba Walker right now.
No, I
Yeah,
don't think
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
think so.
yeah. That's why. There's no right now. There is nothing out there, nothing sexy, nothing available yet. On point guard wise, because all the teams are pretty much bundled up and scrunched up there, and the only one that said they're waving a white flag as of right now is the Pacers, and they never mentioned Brogdon as the name that
No,
they're gonna.
he can't.
Yeah,
They
but
signed him. He said,
That's
yeah.
exactly. That's right. Exactly. Yeah, he can't return until next year, so that's out of the question. So
And
it's
who the best ball distributor, best point guard on the market is right now? Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons literally is is the best pure point guard, and he's 6'10", 250.
I'll give you that.
I'm not saying go trade for him, but I'm saying that's the best option. That's sad that he's the best option we could get.
I mean, I get what you're saying, Z. But Philly, but they're not gonna buy out Ben. I don't think that's gonna happen.
No,
And
I said best option. He's up for trade right now. He's gettable.
Yeah, I understand that, but who will you trade for Ben?
It doesn't matter. No, I hate when people do that. Ben Simmons has no market. He has no value right now because nobody's trading for him. You're not going to have to give up the farm. They didn't want rid of him. You're not going to have to give up a James Harden Hall. You don't have to give up a Paul George Hall. He's not those guys.
Right.
Couple late first-round picks. That's it.
no. You need to fit him. You need to fit him under the salary, the money.
I understand that, but what I'm saying, I just meant as assets go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And if Julius Randle has shown he's not the answer for this team.
True.
He's an inconsistent shooter. He just hogs the ball. He's a black hole on offense. He can't make the big shot. He struggles in the clutch just as much as Ben Simmons does. The only thing Ben Simmons does, he can defend anybody in this league. He can truly defend and contain anybody in this league. He can truly get you double-doubles every night without scoring. Rebounds and assists.
And to your
He can
point,
do the dirty things that don't show up on a box score. With him, Philly's the number 1 seed. Without him, look what they're doing.
Yeah, but you have to consider the fact that one, Embiid got sick, Harris got injured. It's not. I get what you're saying, Z, but it's not just
Even with those guys healthy, they're not as good as they once were with Ben Simmons. The team wants the players like playing with Ben Simmons more than Embiid.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but you also do need to consider there's other situations too. I get what you're saying, Zach, but it's not. And again, I'm not saying Ben is, but Ben's a good player. Ben Simmons is good. I'm not taking your point away. I'm just saying that it's not just Ben being gone of why, Phillies regress. Because even if Ben was playing, who's to say they will be number 1 seed? We don't know. Brooklyn still got better. Miami, if healthy, are still good. Chicago improved.
Team money. I don't care about any of those teams. What I'm saying is Philly as a team is better with Ben Simmons on the floor than they are without him on the floor. Damn the seeding. I'm talking about previous years. Even when he was healthy and missed games, they went on losing streaks without him. And what I'm saying is Ben Simmons contributes to winning more than Julius Randle does, more than these guys do. And you bring Ben Simmons on this team, transition with him, and the transition goes through the roof. Our fast break automatically improves. Our defense automatically improves. Obi Toppin gets that space to shine. RJ Barrett gets more space to shine. We have more guys. Like Dame Lillard said he wants to play with Ben Simmons. I'm not saying you like Dame Lillard. I know how we feel about Dame Lillard, both of us. But what I'm saying is more people want to play with Ben Simmons than they do with a Julius Randle. What I'm saying is he's a better winning basketball player. He can't shoot. Stop that he's not a scorer. He never was. He never was in LSU. He's a he can drive and kick on offense. He can do a little bit in the post. That's completely shadowed because Joel Embiid is the better offensive player, so they give him the more touches. I get that. But what I'm saying is he can score inside. He gives us a presence in the paint on offense because he attacks the paint, something Julius Randle doesn't do, and doesn't do enough. And he opens the floor for everybody else. He's a better player.
Let me ask you this: who has more All-Star appearances between Simmons and Julius?
I
Ben
think
Simmons.
I'm pretty sure it's Ben. It's Ben.
Who has more all
Exactly.
defensive teams?
Exactly.
Who's a better physical specimen?
I'll get that to you, Ben.
Who's the better basketball player, G Money?
Okay. If you
No,
tell,
it's an easy answer. Who's the better basketball player between Ben Simmons and Julius Randle?
are you talking about just scale wise?
I'm talking
Yeah.
about impacting winning.
Impact and winning for right now. I'll be fair. It's Ben. I'll give you that.
For their whole careers.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but let's be fair with Randle at the same time. Randle never had playoff caliber teams with the Lakers the first few years. Again, I'm not giving excuses for Randle. Randle is not, he can be moronic sometimes, but to be fair with Randle never had playoff caliber teams until really last year.
Ben Simmons, G Money, came into the worst tanking, worst organization in the process. A team that rewarded losing and helped them become a win. He was the most impactful player on making them a winning organization because he did all the dirty work.
Also added pieces like Redick, Covington.
Yeah, after they started making playoff appearances.
It wasn't. Listen, Ben is good, but it's not just Ben. They also added Redick. You had Covington, Tobias Harris, Jimmy Butler. You added other talent too. Yes.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is he came into a terrible organization and helped make them better.
Yeah, he did, but they also made
Julius
moves,
Randle didn't
right?
help make the Lakers better.
Because we'll also look at the team at the same time.
Also,
but you can't make excuses for a dude who had one good season.
It's a valid point.
But
Julius
the
Randle
point,
had one good season. That's all he had. One.
here's the thing. Which player? With blindfold test. If you bring in a player that elevates your teammates around you, which player would you want? Player A or B? The player that elevates your teammates around you to make you a better team. And I think that right now for that skill set is Simmons over Julius Randle. Hey, I could give you that same argument for Carmelo Anthony. And Carmelo Anthony did not elevate his teammates to be better around him, and we struggled.
Kev, Ben Simmons, right now his ego's hurt because Philly doesn't appreciate him. But when he's on the court with a Ben Simmons, with a Joel Embiid, with a Tobias Harris, with guys that are ballers, they're scorers. Seth Curry's a knockdown shooter. Even the JJ Redick days and all that stuff. He has no ego. He doesn't demand the basketball. He distributes the ball. We have guys on here that are a lot of inconsistent, but they can score the ball. True. Julius Randle demands the basketball. True. He pounds the ball. That's what they say with a ball. They pound the ball into the ground. Ben Simmons doesn't do that. He keeps the ball moving. This team would be 10 times better. Like they said, this team, Alfred Payton, made this team 10 times better than Kemba Walker. Who's the flashier player? Kemba Walker. Who impacted winning more? Alfred frickin' Payton.
True, I'll give it. I agree.
With that said, so we should be interesting to see if the money wise and the Knicks will want to play, or the 76ers would like to trade with the Knicks. It'll be interesting to see if that can be pulled out. I have no problem seeing I get Ben Simmons. And Agent Super tonight's game, we held the ball way too long. You're right. Mm-hmm. It's just got to change. We got to change.
I'll be back in a few minutes, guys.
Yeah.
Right, man. I get what Zach is saying, and yeah, Ben is a good player. And again, I'm not taking away his talent. He's a good passer, rebounder, defender. But in today's era, you need a starting point guard that can stretch the floor. That's factual evidence. You need a point guard to stretch the floor a little bit. That's my thing. Look at the teams that showed last year. Drew Holiday. The year before, you had Caruso that could stretch the floor. Rondo's not a great shooter, but Rondo improved his jump shot a little bit. The year before, Kyle Lowry, Steph Curry, etc. So again, I'm not denying Ben's talent, but I don't know how much he'll help us defensively. But here's the thing we have to consider. There's going to be games out there that Randle and RJ may be cold. I rely on Ben Simmons to score consistently. So you get what I'm saying, Kev? That's why.
No, I get you what you mean, but he's going to put his teammates in better position. He'll unlock other positions, get them better. You got a 6'10" point guard who can see the floor, not just with the height, with the skill set. and also attack the rim. He's gonna be an all-star for.
I understand that, but teams are gonna climb again. I know.
I know. They're gonna double him and triple
That's
team
my
him, but
point, though.
who? Okay, let me ask you,
Mhm.
G Money. If on a double team or triple team, who do you prefer making that pass to find an open man, Randle or Simmons? And
Obviously,
guys, I'm not gonna say that I want I want Julius Randle to work out, but if right now things are not going the right way and it's becoming sour with Julius, and we've seen this before in 2019, 2020. Remember, last year was a pandemic. There was only
Mhm.
2,000 folks in the stands
Mhm.
halfway through the season. There was no one in the stands, and he had a career season. And I'm not saying that's the reason why or whatever the case is, but if you averages what we see from Julius Randle now is what we've seen him through his career, except for last year, and we're trying to hold on to last year, and it just probably was a perfect storm last year.
I mean, I
Just
understand.
like we're trying to hold on to the one good Carmelo Anthony season.
Exactly, that 54, and
2013.
the rest wasn't so great.
But at the same time, Kev, I was listening to what you guys were saying. I apologize. I had to step away for a minute.
Yeah.
But with Ben Simmons, you can still have a guy play in the one position that can shoot the ball. Like, we played 4-on-5 offense right now with Mitchell Robinson or Noel or all those guys. You can have Ben Simmons, who can do a lot more things, play the three. You can have RJ Barrett. You can have a guy, and you can go get a stretch five. You can make the team work tremendous around Ben Simmons. It's not just about, he's not going to just play point guard. He's going to have point guard duties, but he's going to guard small forwards and shut them down. He's going to guard power forwards if we need him to and shut them down. He's going to elevate Obi Toppin. He's going to elevate all these guys around him. Other point guards, like, for example, if Elfrid Payton couldn't shoot, Elfrid Payton also didn't elevate his teammates. He just played hard and played great defense, impacted winning. There's got, but that you can't compare Elfrid Payton and Ben Simmons either, because Ben Simmons is a better basketball player than he is. But what I'm saying is, Drew Holiday is an amazing player. Y'all both know how I feel about him, but it wouldn't be anywhere without Giannis Antetokounmpo, who can't shoot, he can shoot better than Ben Simmons, but he still can't shoot. But he's a great defender, great transition guy, great playmaker, and dominant inside. And I'm telling you, Ben Simmons' points, his scoring would go up and be more efficient without Joel Embiid and Tobias Harris around him. Because he'd be able to get more inside looks. He'd be able to get more because you see when he posts up, he's effective.
I mean, I get what you're saying, Zach. You made some good points, but here's why I applied before. In the playoffs, teams are going to clog that paint, and here's the thing: teams are going to double Randle, double RJ. And here's another thing that helps my argument. Again, I know you don't want to hear about, he can't shoot. I understand that, but this means something, though. If the games are close, are you going to trust Ben Simmons at the foul line? Think about that for a moment, though. Because not only could Randle and RJ struggle at the foul line, so can Ben Simmons in close games. Those are things you have to consider, though. It matters a lot.
Yes, but he's not the end-all, be-all. You still got to improve your team. But you can't trust Julius Randle at all. You can't trust RJ Barrett at all. So why not? Why are we just? You know what? I got an idea. Let's just stay with this team, because it seems like every time we try, not you, G Money, but I respect you. You know your basketball. I'm not saying you, because you have conceded. We both conceded the points that we both made. I'm not coming at you when I say this.
I know.
Everybody, you could say Michael Jordan's on the trading block. Well, what do we got to give up for him? You mean I got to give up Knox or Quickly? It's just Nick Van. Like, what are we doing? You got to improve this team. You can't sit there and just say, what are we going to give up? What are we going to do this? What are we going to do that? Let's just stay with this team and be in the lottery the rest of our lives then. How about that? Not you. I'm talking about other Knicks players.
I understand. I understand what you're saying. I understand. I know you're not talking about me. And you made some good points, Z. I'm not saying Ben sucks. That's not what I'm implying. I'm not saying he's trash. I'm just saying that, in my personal opinion, you need a point guard that can stretch the floor consistently. Are you going to play Derrick Rose down the stretch in big playoff games? Because he's going to be tired in games. That's what I'm trying to say. Ben is a good defender. He's a good passer. But in today's era, you need a point guard that can at least shoot a little bit. I'm not saying they have to be Steph Curry. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that in today's game, teams are going to trap in the paint like the Bucks are gonna trap in the paint. So I'm saying is that there's going to be games in which we have to hit free throws. Do you trust Ben Simmons at the foul line too? No. And
let's take it back to Philly for a second around Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. Their most successful year was when they had their least shooting. They had Jimmy Butler, not a three-point shooter. Ben Simmons, not a three-point shooter. Joel Embiid, at the time, not a three-point shooter. And they were one lucky shot away from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter, though. They still lost. That doesn't matter.
Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter now. We're okay. All right.
Let me say this. Before the short, and you already know the answer to the story, but before the shortcomings of what happened last year to Ben Simmons, and before all of that, he was considered to be one of the top point guards in the NBA. Before last year's playoff worries, you could put a list, and he's one of the top. Did not say five to 6 point guards in the league. And just because he had one bad playoff series that he didn't take the shot, missed a couple free throws, he's like no good. He's right now.
And Kev, let's dissect that more. He was considered, they won out because he didn't assert himself. Julius Randle literally shot 28 shots in a playoff game and made 4 of them. Like, come on.
It happens.
What I'm saying, like, you can seriously, he's not the NLBO. You can go get a point guard like a Patrick Beverley who can hit an open three, play great defense, and play that number one position. He can lock down point guards and hit a three. You have RJ Barrett, Evan Fournier, Alec Burks, guys that can hit threes at the 2. You put Ben Simmons at the 3 and give him point guard duties. You have Obi Toppin who can hit the 3 occasionally, and he's going to only get better. Then you go out and you get like a Miles Turner type to where you have 4 guys that can shoot the 3 around Ben Simmons. If you give him 4 3-point shooters around him, he's never had that. He had to buy. Joel Embiid is a 30% career 3-point shooter. He's not a knockdown 3-point guy. You have Tobias Harris, who's not a consistent 3-point shooter. Sure. You have the only consistent 3-point shooter you had around Ben Simmons was Seth Curry and JJ Redick. You give him 4 in the starting lineup and see what happens. That opens the court for him. It's the same thing with when you had Kevin Durant obviously is a great 3-point shooter, but it opened the floor when you gave him all those shooters in Golden State to do what he does. He was around a dominant guy at the time. Russell Westbrook was dominant at that time.
He was.
And James Harden was dominant when he was there, but the floor was collapsed because there was too many guys that needed the basketball. Just like in Philly, Tobias Harris, Joel Embiid, Jimmy Butler, whatever you want, Ben Simmons. There was too many guys that needed the basketball. It's simple basketball one-on-one. You put a guy like Ben Simmons with a bunch of guys around him, and he doesn't need the basketball in his hands to get other people involved, you're going to be successful. I'm not saying win a title because you still have to add more pieces around him, but you'll be way better than what you are right now. And that's the God's honest truth.
Well, with that said, we're going to give our final shots because we've been on for 3 hours and 40-plus minutes. I appreciate everyone that stuck with us. I know I appreciate everyone that was on and had to leave. I appreciate that as well. We shall see. We shall elaborate this conversation on the podcast. If we record it sometime, maybe tomorrow afternoon or something. We'll do something. We'll see. I know we have the G Money program coming up tomorrow afternoon. And we'll talk about the NBA League, and we'll probably continue the conversation or see what. But as Knicks fans, we want to improve the team. We just want to win. By hook or crook, we want to win. In the perfect world, we want to win and have our young guys contribute with the veterans and play strong. And before we say goodnight, I think the move that I'm thinking about, hindsight is 2020. I didn't know. I didn't see that that was going to be that impactful. They should have set up Evan Fournier. They should have signed Alex Caruso.
I agree. That would have been a good move for us. Alex
Caruso, that would have been a good move.
Or DeMar DeRozan, fork over a little bit more money.
True. Because DeRozan could have been that guy that can help us in the regular season, though, with his memory issues.
But we'll go over that would have, could have, should have on that guy. So with that said, guys, give me a quick thoughts before we get out of here, Z, and then G Money real quick, and then we'll say goodnight.
My final shot: if you trade for Ben Simmons, bring up Lucas Samajic, bring up more floor spacing, Put guys around him. This team's better than they are with Julius Randle. That's it.
Randle's not part of the trade. I agree with you.
For me, I get what you're saying, Z, but for me, I'm not a big. Again, I'm not denying Ben Simmons' talent, but I don't think Ben Simmons is the answer. That's just me. I just don't trust it because, again, today's era, you need a point guard that can stretch it for a little bit. It matters a whole lot. Ben is a good player, but it's easy to say if the fact is that he had a good team in Philly, couldn't go far. That's just me. And for this game, I just think that even though we battled back, Chef Dan made a good point. Why wait till you're down 20 to show grit? It's stupidity to his fans. It doesn't make sense. So we had 2 tough games at home against the champs, and also in the Bucks and the West leading Warriors at home. We just gotta play with passion, share the ball, crash the glass, rebound, attack, good, put guys in foul trouble, play with effort, play with determination. Don't wait till you're down big to play to your strengths. It's crazy. We gotta play to our strengths and play the right way. That's my final take. Tough loss tonight.
Tough loss tonight. We got a rebound against Milwaukee, the defending champions at home at the Garden. We need to defend the Garden, so home cooking. We thought this road trip was going to galvanize the team and get them back together. We shall see. Front office is there. Guaranteed they'll have some conversations with the coaching staff as well as the players. That'll be interesting to see what comes out of the beat reporters. We'll keep an eye on that. But I want to thank everyone that joined us from all parts of the world. I appreciate tonight. It was very, very impressive, very humbling, and very exciting to see from Puerto Rico to Scotland to Philippines, like always, Taiwan to Dominican Republic, to all different parts of the globe, Eastern, Western Conference, Hemisphere. I'm hoping I can't wait to when we see someone from actually from the Middle East. We do. Hatem City is from Jerusalem, so we are even in the Middle East. So I can't wait to see from Mother Russia if they say hello to us on the chat and they've listened to us. So it's interesting to see how this platform reaches everyone to watch along, and I thank everyone again for getting us to the 2,000 subscribers. We appreciate it. To the 3K. Thank you for the super chat to Johnny Davis. Appreciate that. Thank you for all the donations in the Cash App as well as the PayPal. I appreciate it for the program. All that are donating as well in Spotify. Thank you so much for the followers in the podcast world listening to us and growing. I appreciate it. And tomorrow, don't forget Money Hoops. We don't know. Okay, hit that notification. I don't know if it's going to come live on YouTube or it's going straight to the podcast. We'll conversate with that with the content creator G Money and myself. We'll brainstorm that tomorrow. Z, I don't know if you're doing anything with the Heisman Trophy. Let us know about. He did a phenomenal job with the with the Michigan Wolverines. I'm a little tired. Phenomenal work. I know the Heisman Trophy. We're crossing our fingers for Hutchinson to win that. It's a long shot, but hopefully he gets something going in there. Has he?
Yep. Can't wait for Aiden Hutchinson to finally win what he's rightfully so. Jim Harbaugh won Coach of the Year today, so great job to my Michigan Wolverines.
Awesome. You also had the kicker get an award as well. We posted that earlier. So Michigan doing a lot.
Evan Gaddis won Offensive Coordinator of the Year.
Awesome. So hope are you doing anything to relate with that so we can promote it and get you guys some eyeballs?
Yes, sir. Tomorrow morning. Yes, sir.
So hit that notification bell for A to Z Media, and I'll leave you with the G Money Hoop Show introduction. So keep an eye on that. So G Money, I can't wait to see you tomorrow and break down the NBA and go watch your Phoenix Suns beat the Boston Celtics. So
let's go,
guys.
Hopefully 2022 champs. Hopefully, so I can finally wear that Chris Paul Suns jersey and probably have a Suns championship hat too.
All right, guys. So I'll leave you with his introduction. Have a good night, guys. We'll see you in the next time. Have a good night, guys.